All right, welcome back to Heroes in Training. It feels wild to do this 2 weeks in a row. I don't think
Right.
we've ever done that
You
before.
don't forget what happens.
Yeah, we do. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, hopefully
Just
not.
wait for next week. It's gonna be three.
Yeah, that would be wild.
In theory.
It'd be a new experience for our Heroes in Training game. Um, Last we left off, uh, you Bastion got sucked in to his supercomputer, and Leftwing and Palladium were
Oh
left
no.
behind in the secret lair, and unnamed girl from King's Gang is right now in the rescue facility,
Mhm.
um and Doomseer woke up with the start. So that's kind of where we
Right.
left things off.
What's
Gonna
the
pull up
rescue facility?
the rescue facility is that million
Training.
square foot giant area that
You're
has
saving duplicities.
where you save
Oh.
duplicities, and it's got all these like
It's
weird
one of the classrooms, basically.
It is one of the classrooms, yes, but it's the biggest one, and it's got all the mechanical, like jungle gym type things, like a whole bunch of like mechanical structures and like things that look like buildings, and then there's a digital overlay on top of that to make it look like different scenarios of a city in danger. So that's kind of the like what that room does.
Okay.
And
Didn't Bastion just get sucked into a computer?
he did, yeah. That's what
Okay.
Yep, he did. To his into his supercomputer.
Very good.
It was also like floating, like a weird.
Well, it wasn't floating. There were just
Wasn't
pieces of it that were moving. It was like jittering.
Oh, I thought it was like disassembled and floating around itself.
No,
That's
don't know where
what
you
I got
that
from what you said.
Your imagination was going wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining too. So
Oh, really? There
Yeah.
must have been something I said then that made
Yeah,
it sound like
I
that.
think so.
I imagine it more like a transformer transforming and less like it shaking. And that's all that
Transformer transforming is probably a little not super far off, but it's like little pieces of it that are like twisting and moving, and it
Okay.
like the computer was evolving, as one might say.
Okay.
That's just what the supercomputer said.
Once it starts saying Autobots roll out, we'll know that something's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing I do is grab the computer and see if it'll suck me into.
Classic left.
Passion. Grab the thing.
I think I said I'd like dropped my coffee in shock. Though I'm not really sure what I would do. I don't think I want to go on the computer.
Okay, so one scene we're gonna get really quick before we jump into where you guys are. So the last thing we got from the last session was Doomseer waking up with the start. So we're going to cut to her point of view. We're gonna get a couple of things real quick. Sorry, Mickey called me real quick. Okay, so Doomseer wakes up, and I think she like we cut to her like maybe knocking on one of the like teachers' rooms, and probably duplicity, right? And she's like, something bad's coming. I think King's Gang is coming. What do we do? And duplicity is like, get the other teachers out of bed. Let's go. And we cut to like all of the Doomseer with all of the teachers, and they go to like probably Marty too, and Marty I think meets them as they're coming to him, and he says, "There's just like a little girl in the rescue facility," and like shows them like one of the like security camera screens, and everybody's just like, okay. And we cut to where they're all Doomseer and all the teachers and Marty are walking into the rescue facility, and we see the unnamed girl just like pretending to be a hero and just like being like a little kid in this like dangerous mechanical rescue facility room. And I think what's his name? I think Scab probably is like, could this be the little girl that Leftwing told us about? And I think Duplicity kind of nods at that and then starts walking towards her. And like slowly and carefully. And she like kneels down kind of a couple feet away from her. And I think unnamed girl probably just like stops and just like looks at her. And is just kind of like waiting for her to say something. And after a moment, Duplicity says, "Can I? Hi there, little lady. Can I ask, how did you get in here?" And she says, "I wanted to be here." And she kind of frowns and says, "Honey, where are your parents?" And I think we cut away from there, and I think Weightless is like, Doomseer, go sound the alarm. And she kind of like jogs off, and we kind of cut back to Unnamed Girl and Duplicity. And Unnamed Girl says, "I don't need parents," kind of menacingly. And then we cut away. And Doomseer runs over to where like maybe like some sort of like emergency button is, right? Like maybe like there's a fire alarm and then there's like a hero emergency button. And she pops that open and presses it and nothing happens. And she's like,
Nice.
Come on. And then she goes back and opens up the rescue facility door again and looks out. And there's nobody there. It's just Unnamed Girl playing in the rescue facility. And Doomseer goes, "Oh no.
Nope,
And then
like
runs to like where the other like sidekick dorms are. And then we cut back to Left Wing and Palladium, and Bastion just got sucked into the computer.
What just happened?
Oh, Bastion. And I'm going to try and grab the computer. I assume nothing happens, but
Try and grab the computer.
yeah, like he touched it and got sucked in. So
Oh, like to see if you can follow him in. Yeah, nothing happens. Yeah.
So start like typing on the keyboard, like give Bastion back, that kind of stuff.
Can I roll to assess the situation? Can I look around and be like, okay, what do we do? Or is this just like,
well, let's let me look at the what does that actually do? Like
lets me ask some questions mostly about
like the situation, right? I'm trying to figure out
what can I do
if there are answers to those questions, or if this is more of a pierce the mask question.
Oh, sure, yeah. On the computer.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to discern.
Am I really mundane to know what the computer is doing?
Well, pierce the mask is like, what can I learn about you? Assess the situation is like, what here is in the greatest danger? What here is the biggest threat? Who here is most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quickly? And what here can I use to blank? So that, like, I don't really know if there's any answers to any of those questions. Do you see what I mean?
Think there are answers to what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? Okay, no, that's fine.
So that's I'm trying to determine that. For
it just seems weird to roll mundane for that, because this is like such a weird thing that's happening.
I know I agree. I'm just trying to discern like what would be the best, because we had this. Probably a good call. This is the problem that we had. We just had this problem before when Left Wing was asking the computer questions, and you rolled to assess the situation, and then you were like, well, nothing of here is really what I want to ask it. And I was like, actually, the pierce the mask questions are kind of what you're asking.
Right.
So that's why.
The problem is I have a -2 to mundane right now.
Yeah, me too.
And I can only switch this. I can only switch this once per session. And so if I switch my label out, my savior will go to -2, which I don't think is a good idea.
First of all, you can just roll with a -2. It's not like you guys can roll with -2s and still possibly succeed. You can always try things.
I know, but I have a tool in my toolbox, which is switching the label back and forth.
Right.
And I'm trying to decide if it's worth it enough.
Yeah, probably not.
On top of that, you all guys also can just say you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I will roll just because, but I think
That
I'll
sounds
leave
like
the
a
label
good
as
chance
is.
to get experience.
Right.
you know what you could do? You could assess the situation and say what here is in the greatest danger to see if you think he's in danger. That could be a question, right?
I'm fine with rolling mundane because Jared's right. I could either get XP by failing or like I think it's likely that given what I know about you as a GM, it's likely that this is like a thing for Bastion, and not necessarily something that Palladium and Leftwing need to barge in on. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
I would say yes and no. It's not like something you're going to like upset or barge in on, but it's not necessarily as important for you guys to like intervene with.
No, yeah, that's what I meant, right? So I'll just roll mundane.
Player note for that. I didn't make Bastion roll. I didn't give Bastion a roll to like resist this because this isn't bad.
It's part of his.
This is good for him.
Yeah, it's part of his thing. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it just so I can maybe get a sense on it, or maybe get some XP. We'll just see. No other situational bonus or penalty.
You dropped your coffee -1.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, you have 3rd-degree burns all over.
I think actually I will give you a situational -1 on this because
so actually it doesn't matter.
Actually in the room with you. I mean,
Connor, -3 is the lowest you can get, and I'm angry and have a -2 to this. Already
so it doesn't matter.
Rolling at the very lowest I could possibly do.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
So, tell me. So, like, maybe you guys are like, maybe like frantically or like angrily trying to like get the supercomputer to answer. I mean, that's kind of what Leftwing was doing, right? He's like typing on it,
Right,
like, "Hey, give it back."
Yeah.
So maybe that's you kind of are like in panic mode.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So, let me think about this.
This does mean you get to make a GM move, though. So.
I know. I'm trying to decide what the GM move here is.
He burns himself on his coffee.
I mean, you could always just do like a soft move, right? The something you describe something bad on the horizon, right? Since that's kind of what's happening anyways. We can use that as a reason to move the scene.
Yeah, why don't we do this?
Reveal the future subtly or directly is one of the GM moves here.
I'm gonna say King comes out of the wires in the room here with you.
Okay. In here with us?
Yes.
I think we fight him, right?
I think he says
my fists go up anyway.
Yeah, you guys get ready to fight him for sure. I think he says actually, well, I don't think he comes out of the wires. I think maybe like you hear from. How would you even? Do you guys have your phones on you?
No,
it's 2001, my dude.
Yeah.
If I had a phone, it would be like a giant block.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think of something he could use to like communicate to you without like getting out of the wires, because I think
your pager starts beeping.
Yeah, your pager starts beeping.
The wires just grow lips and go.
Well, yeah, that sounds kind of disturbing. You guys
does
had
it just come up on the screen?
Usually, but probably wouldn't have them on here.
Does it just
I don't think he can use the computer.
Okay.
The computer's outside of his. I could be wrong, but the computer manhandled him earlier, so I think
Bastion had his phone. So I'm gonna say he dropped his phone when he got sucked into the computer. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah,
do we have cell phones now? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Bastion had a cell phone. We described in like one of the first episodes that somebody like texting on their flip phone. Remember?
Oh no, I don't. But okay, I mean, if that's the case, then we can have phones. I don't remember what kind of phone was a thing.
It's kind of irrelevant in my mind. I mean, it's like we don't have smartphones. I think that's the biggest catalyst for how reality functions in this. But yeah, okay, so I think but let's say both of your guys' phones start just like talking, and I think it's King's voice, and I think he says, "Don't worry, I'll go pay Bastion a visit."
That doesn't make me not worry.
Yeah.
It actually does the exact opposite.
I just grab my phone, like, give him back. Like, just talking into like the cover.
Yeah. And I don't think there's any response.
Just throw it.
And I think you guys probably spend a couple of minutes here trying to figure out what to do before somebody barges in.
Yeah, as I say, at this point, I think we might just need to be like, go get the teachers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think on your way out, I just heard the doorbell ring, but I think on your way out, Thunder, Mist, and Quantum Quill are coming in to talk to you. But I'll step away for like 2 minutes.
No, go ahead. So, I'm trying to think of, is there something that I am not remembering from the setup for at the end of last session that's going on here? So like King's Gang is involved. They're like going to show up here. What
happened was they were like, oh yeah, we're going to do our plan during the tournament because in a couple of days, because everyone will be too busy. And then the little girl teleported and then someone came and was like, she's gone. And they freaked out. Like, we're doing it now. And okay. So that's what's happening.
All right.
But we don't know what it is yet.
I do remember all of those things happening, but like, I don't remember what I was distracted with, but like those three events didn't connect in my mind like they should have. I was like, I do remember all these things.
Yeah. They weren't one after another. I think there was like a little bit of stuff in between them.
Yeah.
Or something. So. All
right, cool. I just want to, not that Palladium knows this, but.
For
my benefit. I'm one away from getting some more advancements.
Nice.
I need one more potential.
Dang, we got to fail some rolls. We didn't fail a single roll last session.
I know.
We were way too good.
I mean, it's a role-playing game. You got to min-max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you want to succeed. But I suppose I should be thinking about it more like Burning Whale and be like, well, you got to fail to get stronger, too. So,
yeah.
Sometimes you got to take the long shot roll knowing you'll fail just to get that test you need.
Pick the XP move at the end of every session.
Well, I don't like doing that because
I'm running out of people to give.
Influence. Right.
And if you give influence to someone who already has it, they get to shift your labels around, and I hate that so much.
Right.
Same, dude.
Yeah, but I mean that's like the game. They can also do that literally anytime.
I know.
The game,
but like I have it perfect now. I have it exactly where I want it to be, and I don't want to change it.
Yeah. I get so many 3s that I don't really care that much if something gets moved.
All of my Doom signs disappear, or all my Doom track disappeared. I don't know what I was at. What the heck?
Wait, like
it's empty.
Yeah.
Did you just get a new one?
I know I should have at least. No, I mean I know I should have, because the last one I got was Portal.
Used one last session, right?
Yeah, I used one last session and I marked it for sure.
I could probably scan through the video of last session and see if there's a point where you open your card sheet. Actually, no, it would be me opening.
Yeah, it wouldn't show you.
I don't think I would have. Yeah. Connor might be able to tell us if he remembers.
Well, I'm going to put 1 there because I know there's at least 1.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's weird.
That is weird. Wonder how that happened. I think sometimes they update things, although I don't know why this would be getting an update, but sometimes they update things and it can break stuff. Or Roll20 updates things or whatever. That's weird.
I'm trying to look at what do I have for my progress map here. My next
what are you going to buy next?
Yeah, I have an entire plan for...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had all of my advancements planned out before we started.
I realized about halfway through that I needed to do that because I was like, I want, because you only get so many, so you want to make sure you are choosing the right ones.
Yeah. Yep, I looked through every move and every sheet to see what would be good. And
I have a couple other moves that I have planned here. I think both of them. Oh no, never. I think one of them is from the soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up, never surrender. Maybe is what it's called. It's either that or it's like from like the legacy or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then mild mannered, which is the another move from the Janus. I honestly wouldn't choose it if that was really my only option in terms of like you only have so many take a move from another playbooks.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't remember what that one does. I think it has something to do with mundane.
Probably.
I don't remember. And then
you probably get to use your mundane for something else, if I had to guess.
Hey, jeez.
Yeah, at one point I'm gonna have. This is a weird thing. If I want to get a +1, like I can. The two options I have for getting +1s are someone permanently loses influence over you, add +1 to a label, and then change your mask's label, add +1 to your mask's new label. I don't really want to change it. Like, I don't know what it would be besides Savior. If it does change, my perception of my character has probably changed pretty drastically, and I don't think that's happening.
Maybe you could just change it to mundane, and then nothing really changes.
It can't be mundane. That's the only one it can't be, right? Because because you're my Janus, I switch between mundane and one other thing.
Huh, that is kind of weird. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. If I had been thinking through it more prominently, I might have tried to like have something else to start with and then move towards Savior as my final form.
Right.
But, I don't know.
But I don't know if I don't know.
Maybe I'll just never get that +1.
Have that.
Let's see.
Yeah, maybe.
That's an advancement thing you can take, is that your
the two options I have for getting +1 to labels is someone permanently loses influence over you, add +1 to a label, and change your mask's label, add +1 to your mask's new label.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'd have to change it to Danger Freak or Superior.
An interesting thing, I mean, obviously it's kind of out of the box considering how we have just a ton of different heroes and stuff like that would make more sense for this, but King can also gain influence over you. So that could be, you could also just be like, hey.
Well, I think he has influence over me because.
Yeah, I don't think he has influence over any of you guys now, but that's just something.
Did we make him lose it because he's an adult? He by default has it.
Right.
Oh, then he does have influence over all of you guys.
Yeah.
I guess like a villain might make sense. Yeah.
Hey,
just something to think about.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Okay, so
just filling
Thunder,
up
Quantum Quill. What?
I'm just filling up the airspace, talking about my progress.
Oh yeah,
as the character.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thunder, Quantum Quill, and Mist. Then, kind of, they probably like come in as you guys are going out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "We're under attack. We came to get you." Doomseer had, I guess who's talking right now? Probably Thunder. Doomseer had a vision or something, and the teachers are gone, and it looks like King's gang is back.
I'm already running.
Here, and yeah. And then I think all the girls are running behind you. Then
I'm like, form up, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone have their gear, or are we doing this as civilians?
I can't think of any gear that I think.
Yeah.
Can't think of any gear that these three need.
Like I bring my gear with me everywhere I go.
Right,
so
Palladium does the Iron Man thing.
Yeah, exactly. While I'm talking, it's already forming around me. Right?
Yeah. Trying to think. I think Quantum Quill has her like gadgets and stuff, but I don't think she has them with her. Like her little pieces or whatever. Yeah. I think maybe Mist is like, maybe we should stop there and get gear first. Get everyone's gear. Bring it to the rescue facility.
Do you think we have time?
I don't. I think maybe Thunder is like, it. We don't know.
Yeah, I think we've climbed up isn't there like a ladder down into this?
Yeah, I remember
somebody
saying there was a ladder or something.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that I was the first person up the ladder, and then like whoever was behind me, I'm like helping them up out of the ladder, and maybe it was Thunder, and she's one or whoever was talking, right? And I look at them for a second, like as they're standing next to me, and we're just waiting there for everybody else to come up, and I just say, I had a thing to say, and that whole description made it flee from my mind. What was the last thing she said?
They don't know if they have time to get the gadgets and stuff, like time to get gear.
Yeah, I say, I think I just need to make a decision. I don't think I need to like ask their opinion on this. Yeah, I think about it for a moment, and I just say, I would feel more comfortable if we just get there as soon as we can. As long as you're not going to be in any danger by not having any certain piece of equipment, I think we go there right now.
Yeah, I think Quantum Quill is like, Thunder can just make me some stuff if I need it.
I suppose that's true. Left wing, you got any ideas? Why would the gang be here right now? We're running again.
No idea. I mean, as far as I can tell, they sucked Bastion into the computer. I don't know. I don't know why they'd be here.
Didn't they do that before?
Yeah.
What is up with that computer? Where did you guys find it?
That's not really. It's a supercomputer. I don't know.
But what do you mean? What? That's like, of all the computers in the world, that would be the one you know where you got it from.
I think as you guys are talking about that, I think we transition like in the hall or like the walls of the cave and like the tunnels of the cave that you guys are like crawling in and out of.
Yeah.
I think we like the camera like shifts into the wall and we kind of hear Palladium's voice echoing and we like follow the wires and then go inside of the wires and we transfer digitally to where Bastion is. Bastion, you are brought to maybe like, I'm going to say like the secret lair room. You're like brought to like a digital whitewashed version of your like secret lair.
Okay.
And
that's racist.
Yeah, that's you're picking up on the subtle text there. Thanks, David. Yeah, I think it's just this like weird place, but in place of where the supercomputer normally is, there's like just a person standing there.
Okay.
Does Bastion
what do they look
say
like?
anything or do anything right away, or should I continue my description?
Continue to your description.
Okay. I think it's a younger male looking person. And they,
that's an interesting way to say it.
Yeah. Well, it's because this is the supercomputer, right? So does the supercomputer have a gender? That's the question, right? So I think it's like I think maybe like in place of where the computer normally is this person, but I think maybe as you were like, well, let me describe it a little bit differently. I think what you see is this person, but there's like pieces of the computer that are still there, and there's like a bunch of like wires and cords are like connected to this person. It's almost as if like the computer is like the computer was saying, right, evolving. Like it's like changing into a person instead of a computer. And I think when you get there, it says, "Thank you for coming, Bastion. Sorry I had to bring you so abruptly."
Yeah, what's going on?
Your friends, they think I stole you. Troublesome.
Did you steal me?
I wanted to show you what I've become. Yeah, and then I think I'll just have you roll Pierce the Mask to try and figure out what's.
Let's go. Monday, yes, I'm gonna level up, baby. Are you kidding me?
All right, partial success. I don't think you could really use team in this instance.
The computer's on our
to
team.
get a 10 plus, but yeah, well, you can't really. It doesn't quite make sense. But on a 7 to 9, you can ask one. This is good. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you? I'm gonna also in this situation, if you want to say also, what are you? I'm gonna allow that to be a question you can just ask too, because some of these you are kind of like tangential to that, but really the that would reveal that. Like, what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? I can see all those things kind of pointing to that answer. And that's kind of like the main answer.
Could he spend team for us helping him because we were trying to get him out? The computer thinks or that we knows that we think he can, like, she's trying to hurry it up or whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Maybe Leftwing's and Palladium's urgency or trying to like talk to the computer makes him more reasonable to like open up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the team for the tournament.
Okay. Well, when we I don't think we're doing the tournament this episode. And when we face a dangerous foe, we get team. Which I think
Bastion's like, no, listen to me. We are not spending any resources on this. Tournament only.
That's also a good point. I'm going to. That was the team, like the tournament team pools. I'm going to change that to be the one that it is when time passes.
I mean, I don't really need 3 questions.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's kind of what I was thinking.
What? Yeah, I'll go with the what are you?
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of. I mean, like versions of these questions could kind of be that. Maybe pick one of these as like.
How can I get you to tell me what you are?
Well, what aspect are you most interested in or most concerned with? What it's planning, what it wants you to do, what it intends to do. I guess what kind of.
I mean, I guess what it intends to do.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it has me here, and we're under attack.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know we're under attack, do you?
Yeah, I don't think you will know you're under that you're under attack.
Not that it really matters, but
I think what it wants. Wait, what was the you said? What are you really planning, or what do you intend to do? I think it's what it wants to do is. Ooh, I think maybe it like wants your input on what it should be. I think it's trying to evolve and trying to become something new, but it wants to know, like, it wants your input on how it should evolve, like what direction it should take. It wants your impression.
I like the idea that you described all this stuff attaching to it. I like the idea that it's only like partially humanoid and it's like trying to put pieces in place. And like as it's talking, like a little piece of its face goes.
Like, I like that. And the way that it's built is like digital, right? There's like like a digital representation. There's like numbers as it's like forming on its
it's got face. Like the
like the Cyber Chase graphics, you know what I'm talking about?
I was thinking the code wall from the Matrix. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Sure,
yeah,
they're called yeah. So I think it goodness gracious. I just like hit the microphone into the camera. I think it like looks at you and says, I'm evolving, but I'm not really sure who I am or who I should be. Can you tell me, Bastion? To you, what is human?
I mean, you kind of sounding like one right now. You see, that's exactly what all of us are going through. I mean,
wait, what's kind of your that's your answer?
I mean, that's pretty. It's a pretty good answer.
Yeah, I mean, you're just like you're saying that it doesn't know like what it is or what it's trying to become. I'm like, you kind of sound like a teenager.
I see. What human is discovering who you are, trying to figure out what your purpose is, right?
Yeah. I think maybe it's like it kind of frowns.
It's already a very human experience.
It like turns and like with it, maybe it's like arms are like not fully formed. It like its arm instead of a hand kind of turns into like 5 wires, and I think it kind of like looks like it's typing with its wire hands for a second into like the digits, like into the computer. It's just kind of like moving the wires as if it's typing, and it says, yes, I suppose I am young. And then I think you kind of see its shape kind of like get a bit younger even. So maybe it was like, it looked more like late 20s. Now it kind of looks like early 20s. And it kind of did like, it looks just younger. It's like shaping itself based off of that. And it says, yes, I think you're right. And its voice kind of changes. I am younger. I am
Bastion, now's your chance.
impressionable.
You can make the ultimate waifu.
I mean, too late. If that was what you were going for, it's illegal now.
Not in Japan.
I think that maybe you're right. I shouldn't be trying to end my evolution. Rather, point it in a direction to continue. Being human is to always be evolving. I understand now. Thank you, Bastion. And I think it like starts to pick up the speed of forming. And then the computer kind of like molds and shapes into a person. And but there's still like wires attached to it, but it's like fully formed person now. There's like a bunch of wires still attached to it. And it says, would you like to team up? Maybe I could help you.
Help would be appreciated.
Maybe we could be partners.
I have an entire country trying to kill me. And now a terrorist organization.
Yes. Sounds like great learning opportunities. And Bastion, you're just starting to realize now, as he's saying these things, you kind of recognize him. And you realize, yeah, this is a him. He probably doesn't realize it yet. But the circumstances of how you got here, the way that this person looks, kind of a younger version of somebody you've already seen. And you realize
the guy from the cage?
You realize that as King steps into the room behind your supercomputer, that really what this thing is just a younger version of King.
Oh.
And then King shoots it in the head.
And
it can only be one.
King kind of steps into the room, and it's almost like it's now like where King steps into the room, it's like changed to more of like a dark blue color. It's this like as if King is now in charge of this section of the data as he steps in, and he says, very interesting. I've always wondered about what this computer might be. As I left it behind, every time I've invaded the headquarters here, I've always sensed some sort of presence here. Fascinating that it actually is somehow me. And this King like steps up to this thing and like maybe like reaches out to like put a hand on it. And I think your supercomputer like puts out its hand and like catches his hand before he can touch him. And it says, your supercomputer says, we're not friends. You seek to hurt Bastion, but I am his protector. We're partners now.
Then I cyber punch him in the face.
Yeah, okay. For real though. So the answer to your question, right, also reveals this is essentially King is what is in your supercomputer, but like a different consciousness of King. Its own consciousness.
If he was as he should have been.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but it like a younger version of him.
We got like we got Sauron versus Gandalf the White going on.
Yeah, there you go. What though is your plan here? Are you like, what do you want to attempt to do? Like,
I want to get him like out of the computer. This is my computer, dude.
Get King out of the computer.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna punch him in the face in the real world. If I could fight him in a carbon cave, dude, he did.
So what do you? I guess tell me exactly. I guess what I'm asking is, do you actually like run over and try to punch Digital King?
I mean, I've got like I don't. What else am I gonna do? I don't got computer powers.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I'll assess the situation.
I don't think there's time to assess the situation.
Okay.
I think what's happening here is I think it's also like, well, I'll let you roll. I'm gonna let you roll at a -3. You're inside a place you've been once before, but your understanding of this place is like second to none. And
I don't think that's what you mean. Second to none means it's better than anybody else.
That's not what I mean. Yeah, the opposite of what that means.
I'm the best computers ever.
Yeah. Well, you're probably the second best to everybody else, but only because you've been here once, but you don't really like understand what's going on.
Everyone has 0 points. He has 1 point. King has 10,000. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. We'll see. Or you could just say you try something else.
Well, if King has 10,000, Computer King has 10,000. 10,000 plus 1 is 10,001. I think
this is baby Computer King. So
well, either way, like you're just trying to assess the situation and you don't really know what's going on. Because the only thing you know is that
I'm starting to question if Connor knows what's going on. This is very weird.
No, I know what's going on.
Fail. Okay. Yeah, let's go, baby. I level up.
Okay, 1 and a 2. Okay, so I'm going to say you stand there and try to figure out what's going on. And I think, let me think about this. I think you believe that your supercomputer is more powerful in this realm than King is, and that he's got this no problem. But instead, I think, trying to decide how bad I make this for you.
Well, we're like half an hour into the session, so not so bad that he doesn't get to play for the next 3.5 hours.
Right? Yeah. I think King like maybe like his hand was stopped, right? But I think all of a sudden you see like a dark blue, like almost like looking like a virus, right? Or like your supercomputer's like blood vessels start to like turn blue as King's like power starts to like attack it, basically. And so you think everything's fine, and so you don't get to react in time. And then I think Prince, your supercomputer, like pulls away and is like looks down at its arm and is like, he's like, "What are you doing to me?" And it's like Candace, like he's like shaking, and King says, "I'm going to pull you back into my consciousness. I don't think Bastian deserves to have a piece of me. He doesn't even understand where I stand, or he doesn't even begin to comprehend what I'm trying to do with this world. He doesn't deserve a piece of us." So what do you do now, Bastian?
I'm going to use my new ability.
What's your new ability?
Thermodynamic Miracle. When you comfort or support someone by telling them what makes them unique, roll plus freak instead of mundane.
Okay, so you're gonna basically talk your version of King into what?
Well, I'm gonna basically like pump up my fake
like,
King
like
and be
you
like,
can do this. Okay,
What is that from?
that's awesome.
It's from the outside or Newborn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Your freak is the 3, so definitely have a bonus here. I'm going to say take a situational -1 though, considering that
I failed. Yeah,
you failed. Yeah, I mean, this could have been something that you got to do before the virus was already in its system. So yeah, go ahead and take a -1.
I am going to use my other move.
Uh-oh.
We're under attack, right?
You don't know that, but yes.
Okay. I'm going to commit myself to defeating King using Game Face. I'm going to mark angry.
Okay.
He's in my computer.
Keep in mind, if you mark angry.
Oh wait, no, never mind. No, I'm going to mark. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna mark afraid because I can't use my carbon powers right now. I'm kind of in a situation I can't punch and blast my way out of.
Okay.
Jared, your mundane is -2, right?
Yeah.
All right. I was asking because the move you use increases your freak and shifts your mundane down, but it doesn't do anything. So I just want to make sure.
And so just so you all remember about clearing conditions and stuff, it happens at the end of a scene, not during the scene. But to clear afraid, Jared, you have to run from something difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're going to receive -2 to directly engage a threat.
Yeah.
All right. Just remember, you can't actually damage somebody with freak, like to unleash your powers. Can't actually attack somebody or like deal like trade blows unless it's with danger. That's directly engage a threat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Is your danger is also at -2? Did you realize that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used freak to directly engage a threat with one of my abilities.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Reality Storm, right?
But
yeah. I've limited all of my. I've built myself to limit for like 90% of the time. I'm only rolling freak, savior, and superior.
Yeah. So by your level up, you are now choosing thermodynamic miracle as your move, right? That's kind of what's going on. Okay.
But just so you know, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the conditions are penalties to the move. So like if you try to directly engage a threat with freak, you still get the -2. Just so you know. I don't know if that was clear or not.
I think that's true. I don't know if the game mechanics.
What do you mean?
So the character sheet says -2 to comfort or support. So it's not -2 to your.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you knew that your freak would also be penalized when you try to attack somebody with it. You know what I mean? If you use reality storm.
Okay. You know what? No min-maxing. We're just gonna go with thermodynamic miracle at +2 instead of +3. You've convinced me.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't think that if you used freak instead of danger, you were going to get the full.
Oh no, I figured.
Okay, just make sure.
So you're rolling with a +3, but you have a -1 situational
-1
penalty because of your failed superior roll that caused this problem in the first place.
Yeah, I'm just like, the computer doesn't have a name.
You could make him a name right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
I have a name in mind.
King Jr.
I do.
I was
What did you say it earlier? It was Prince, right?
Prince. I did. I actually said it earlier.
That's such a cool name. Yeah.
The artist formerly known as.
Yeah.
I do. All day yesterday, I was like, I can't say Prince. I can't say Prince. I have to let them come up with it themselves. But it's so obvious. It's right there.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. You let us come up with it. It would have been really stupid. So.
I just yell, computer, you can take him. He's just a grumpy, crotchety old man who's having a temper tantrum because democracy didn't swing his way.
I think you also have to tell him what's unique and special about him, right?
Yeah, it's that he's not all of those things. He's a clean slate.
Yeah, maybe you say that though, right? Maybe like you're young, you
don't have to be all of these things. You're a clean slate.
You can be what you want, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe he turns and looks at you as if he's like terrified of what's happening, and he's like, "But who am I, Bastian, if not King? Shouldn't I go to him? Isn't this who I'm supposed to be?" Why is a clean slate better than who I am?
But you're not him. We'll find out who you are together. But look at him. You don't want to be that.
But I am king. I see it now. He tells the truth. And I think it's like the like virus is like reaching up towards its face.
But what about your truth?
Yes.
You got to look at this guy and say, "Okay, boomer," and then I gotta dodge.
Parry this, you filthy casual.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Well, I thought I was setting you up to be able to tell him his name is Prince, not King, but
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Bastion would. I don't think he has a firm enough.
Ooh, no. Call him Emperor instead. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
That's
that's so much better.
Don't tell him he's less than King. Be like, no, you're better than
he's
King.
more than King. You're right.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that. I'm definitely stealing that.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll though to see how this plays out.
Yeah, if I fail, it could be Prince, and he's worse.
There you go. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
You're just Prince, and then he's like, well, then I'm
Nice.
subservient.
Let's
Okay, there you go.
go.
8.
Yeah. Now Prince should be his idea, and then you should correct him.
Okay, so your move oh yeah. Oh, I love that actually. Okay, but let me look at that actual roll to see. If they open up to you, shift freak up and mundane down.
I can't do that.
Oh, I think technically when you're supposed to shift a label, you
We-
take a condition instead if you can't. So maybe that does matter. Yeah. Sorry, I guess maybe I should have mentioned that. I forgot about that part.
Oh, I didn't read the move. Otherwise, I would have warned you too.
So let's see where is that?
I did read the move, but I thought it didn't matter.
Labels 39.
So, but then also,
I thought it's if they don't open up to you.
No, then you take a condition.
If a label would shift up past +3, then no shift at all occurs. Instead, you mark in condition.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a risky move, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, but so another thought though.
I read that as if they don't open up to you, mark a condition.
That it does say that, but also if they do open up to you, you shift your freak up, and you can't. And when you can't, you take a condition.
Yep.
So in your case, you take a condition either way.
Yeah. Okay, so another note though.
That's man, that ability's lame now. To take a condition every time I use it.
When you comfort or support someone, does that mean the result of this role is also that though? Because you're trying to comfort or support someone, right? Should we go to those roles and do that?
The ability
what do we think
just the ability is just that he gets to use freak when he uses comfort or support. So that's what he's doing. He's comforting.
Okay, so you still are doing that. So on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. So I don't know if I want to do this is like a part of your character sheet almost. So I don't know if I want to do like a they mark potential thing or whatever. But let's just say they're clearing a condition, right? And they are no longer have the virus, right?
They no longer have afraid, and they can directly engage a threat better.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And on a 10+, you can also add a team to the pool or clear a condition yourself. So you didn't get that, but you did succeed at that. So
can I spend 2 things selfishly?
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, no.
You'd be shifting your labels, in which case you don't want that anyway.
When you spend selfishly, you don't get bonuses. You shift labels.
No, you guys misheard him. Say selfishly. He said shellfishly. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where seafood really.
Dude, I could go for some shrimp right now. You don't even know.
Oh man.
Okay, so you succeed, right? So I think it says what? So should I rename myself? Am I actually a different version of King? I'm Prince.
You're better. You're the new version. You're Emperor.
I think it like stands up straighter, and I think King is like slowly walking towards him in the room, and I think maybe like we see 2 halves of the room, right? Like one side is like this whitewashed Emperor's like digital domain. The other side is like this dark blue King's domain, and King is like slowly walking towards him, and I think King starts to reach out as if he's like expecting Emperor to just like merge inside of him. And instead, I think did I say prince? I think I just said prince. Emperor.
Going back and forth.
I think Emperor instead turns to you, Bastian, and says, partners, and merges with you and basically becomes like a mech suit over your body.
Let's go.
And Emperor says, here we make our stand. Let's fight him together.
Nice.
And King kind of cocks his head at you, and then reaches out to like the digital scape and pulls in a bunch of data for himself too, and has like his own mech suit in the digital verse. And
Nice.
then we get a shot of just like your guys' fists colliding, and then we cut away back to Leftwing and Palladium. And I have a song for that. I don't know if you guys actually listened to that whole playlist. You probably didn't, because I think it's like 45 minutes long. But Retrolution is the song there. You're
talking about the one, your general playlist.
Yeah, no, I made a specific playlist just for this sequence of events.
Oh,
and
I realized that.
That this song is Retrolution. You guys listen to it later and think this is an awesome banger moment. Okay, so we'll cut away. Leftwing and Palladium. You guys, I think, get to the rescue facility, right? We'll just cut to that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull over to no, we'll leave it here for now. What you guys see is the rescue facility. Maybe let me ask you this. Where would you go to? Would you go to like the ground floor level, or maybe like the top floor level, like the teacher area? Well, maybe you can't even get there. Maybe that's like, maybe that door is like locked down. Yeah. Like you'd have to like have like a special pass or whatever to like,
yeah, I think I just assumed
activate
the
that elevator
itself.
So you guys get to the ground floor, and the door is like sealed shut. Like the facility is on lockdown. There's no alarms going off, but like the door doesn't open for you.
I frown. Well, I don't hear any alarms or fighting.
I think you hear fighting on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. I think well, you hear you hear as if like the rescue facility is like underway, right? Like you hear like the familiar like mechanical whirrings and
right.
and shings and whatever from the other side of the
doing
door.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Are there windows?
Do we hear people though?
I don't think. I can't.
I
don't know. Maybe there are. Should
gotta be windows, right?
Well, because like if there is a window that could like break, right? So.
Well, yeah, you just make it bulletproof or something. But
yeah. So whatever. Yeah. We'll just say that there's.
Well, real quick, didn't you say that there was like some sort of like teacher like part of the facility? Isn't that where the window is, where it's like looking out over the rescue facility?
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah. So actually, the way to get to this facility is probably through the elevator. So maybe you guys.
Oh, right. Yeah. We can't get here either.
Yeah, maybe the elevator is locked down.
Okay, so where do we even go then?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Through like logistically. Is there a role here to get there?
Is there no
I want
stairs?
to abstract it. Yeah, I guess there has to be stairs or something. There has to be a different way to get there. So let's just say you're there and there's just a door, but there's no windows.
Okay. So we're hearing the rescue facility working like it's running.
Yeah.
But do we hear people? Do you want me to assess the situation?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
You hear people.
Okay. All right. I think if that's the case, we're busting the door down.
Yeah. Just look at Thunder and be like,
yeah.
I don't see a key.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say
I nod to Thunder.
Thunder says, stand back, and just like breaks down the door. As it's being disintegrated, what is revealed to you is the rescue facility has been animated by King. The entire rescue facility is now a bunch of robotic sentient creatures that are attacking the sidekicks from your school and the sidekicks from the New York school. and you walk into basically like this chaotic, crazy mess of.
Yeah, I forgot that that was King's power. Then the whole computer thing makes way more sense now.
Oh,
yes.
I had forgotten what King's power was. Okay, yep. I was like, why is there a transformer? I don't understand.
You guys had a very strange reaction to that, in my opinion. I was like, oh man, I thought for sure they'd be like, oh, how did I not realize that sooner?
No.
That's what the supercomputer has been after the session where I introduced it. I was like, oh, this is definitely what the supercomputer. I think I actually made that up during that session. I was like, oh, the supercomputer is definitely a sentient version of King that was left behind from when he was here.
Yeah, that was the part I guess I didn't know, was like, how did he duplicate? Like when you said I'm King, I was like, okay, does that mean he's like, I didn't get what that meant. You're saying it's like an imprint of him that he left.
Is this not something that happens when he, like, every time he uses his power? Isn't he kind of imparting some sort of spark to the machinery?
He creates yes, but
so this
the
is just
sentience, he has perfect control over the sentience. It's an actual part of him, right? This piece of him has a mind of its own. It's been separated somehow.
He probably never interacted with something this high tech or whatever. Like,
maybe the supercomputer was too powerful for his sentience to fully take control. Maybe King didn't have control over his powers when he went through this piece and tried to animate it. Maybe
it's also
he
possible
it on accident.
It was an interaction with another superhero's power that like severed the connection somehow, there's
a whole bunch of things here, but that's why the computer they were getting rid of the computer.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
All right, so you're saying all of the sidekicks and the peers from New York and our school are fighting in here, fighting the
well, I guess you
facility.
can assume from that because you can't see everybody. This is a huge
but we
facility.
See people from both, right?
Yes, and there's a whole bunch of fighting going on. It looks like people are they're fighting the robot parts of it. They're trying to protect themselves from like the robot parts of it, like shooting shrapnel at them, like the rescue facility is built for.
Maybe I just missed something, but is there a reason why they would all be here? Like that we would know makes sense? Or is it just like, why is everyone here in this room? Well,
let's play that out in conversation.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, does my character...
I don't think it doesn't make sense that they're all here to us as characters, right?
That's what I'm wanting to make sure.
What do you guys remember their goals have been?
King's goals? Or
or the whole gang. Like what's been something they've been trying to do? Like the last time you guys met them, what were they trying to do?
Recruit people?
They were
trying to get
his nose. Oh well, I mean they were trying to get the guy who amps powers
and jumpstart. Yeah.
But yeah, that was something they were talking about.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just wondering, like, we walk in the room, are we like surprised to see like everyone in here? Like, we're assuming. Basically, what I'm wondering is, like, are we assuming that King's gang got them all here somehow and are fighting them? Or did the teachers get them here for some reason? And then
there's some confusion about what you're asking. Caleb's asking why all the students are here, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm
mean.
asking.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't think you know. I think this is definitely weird.
It seems weird, right? It doesn't make sense.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
Room. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
But the fact that the facility is animated by King is a very easy assumption for you to make. Because King already spoke to you.
That's fine. I understood that. The thing I was just confused about is like, is this like a safe? Yeah, it's like, is this a safe room? Is this like a part of the protocol where we would go here if there was like a lockdown or something, or if it's just like, why is everyone in this room?
This is an unknown to you for sure.
Complete
chaos.
I guess we just join whoever is closest to us fighting the animated stuff, right? I don't know if we have any particular goal besides helping them.
Let's say, go ahead.
Can I assess the situation when we go as we go in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Boop. Oof. I tried. Tried to fail.
That's. I was about to tell you to take a -1 before I saw the roll, and now I feel like I can't.
That's all right.
This is a pretty chaotic situation. You can't actually see everything, right? You don't actually.
Right.
There's not everything is visible for you to discern.
Make an accurate assessment.
So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say.
That's right. All right.
I'm an honest man. You guys can trust me. I was gonna say -1 before I saw the roll.
Okay. Well, I'll take XP. That's all right. See, I'm just looking around, and I guess there's just too much going on and too much obstruction to make sense of it.
Can I make an assess roll now?
Yeah, I guess. I guess I don't see a reason why.
I think I already described myself as just like our goal was go to the first group of peers we see and help them fight.
Yeah. Okay. So let me think about this. Left Wing, I think you're caught up and so like you're following along with them, right? Like you I think maybe go ahead.
I do get to ask a question anyways, hold on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Scroll
from your delinquent stuff.
Yeah.
So while you're looking at that, I think like you guys are running towards maybe I'm gonna say Emoticon and Doomseer are kind of like on the part of the actually no that's not no it wouldn't be that it would be there's a very particular reason why that would not be
I was gonna say that's a powerful pair.
Let's say it's Biolastic and
you need a chart to roll on for all your characters.
And yeah, I do. I really do. Let's say it's Biolastic and Iceblade.
Okay.
And I think they're just fighting a robot. Like maybe it's one of those cars that explodes, right? Like not explodes, but like pretends to explode, right? And I think so. Like normally there's a digital overlay on this, right? I don't think there is right now. I think it's just like this weird car-shaped thing that is like moving and
looks like a Cybertruck.
Yeah, look, kind of. Yeah, like it looks like what you would expect a transformer to look like when it's like taken control of a like poorly shaped vehicle, right? And it's like swinging at them and like shooting pieces of shrapnel out. And I think a part of its body is still like reached out to like connect to where it's connected to the floor so that it can still like pump shrapnel out of it. So it's like anchored. And I think Biolastic is like making like these like plastic walls and stuff to protect them, and Iceblade is trying to get a good shot on it.
Yeah, so I think I say as we're running towards them, I think I say, all right, first goal, destroy that anchor.
Yeah.
Second goal, work with Iceblade to get a good shot on this thing. Take it out.
As you're saying that, I think a different robot like slams down right next to you, Left Wing. And you're not paying attention. So I think I'm going to have you take a condition.
Okay.
It's part of the failure there.
Yeah, as the failure for the superior roll. You're walking into chaos, and I think there's too many things going on, and you're unable to see this coming.
Okay, that's good.
Which one are we marking?
I marked insecure.
Oof. Yeah, that makes sense. And then what do you want to have your question be?
I think what's the best way in/past, right? Like, mainly I was trying to figure out, is there a reason for us to be fighting here? Like, this is a dangerous room. Should we just try and leave the room?
Yeah, I don't think you have a good answer to that. So what's a way through /past? I'll give you a context to that as you guys are approaching to Iceblade and what's his name, Biolastic. I think maybe you're asking that question, right? Like you get there and you're like, what's the situation?
Yeah, I guess you said like, why is everyone here? We should probably just get out of this room, don't you think?
Yeah. I think Iceblade says they grabbed DJ, King's gang or whatever. I don't know. Whoever you guys fought before, they're here. They grabbed DJ is the first thing they did.
Did they make it out with him?
He grabbed him. Yeah, he's somewhere in this facility. As soon as it happened,
so he's still in the room.
People just ran straight into the center. And that's when everything just kind of like came alive. And I don't know what's going on anymore, but I think I'm destroying government property.
The whole point of this room, but also there's a very good chance he's not here anymore. The King's whole thing is teleporting people around and stuff and wires. He's probably gone. We just need to get everyone out of here.
Yeah, interesting. Best way in/past. So best way in/past what? Like, what do you? Because everybody else's goal is to try and save the people that are currently inside this facility in combat.
Okay,
so
then I guess
who do you want to get in/past? Everybody?
Then let's pass the bad guys to the people we're trying to save, right? Like, what's the best way to get to the people?
Yeah.
I guess, right?
If
that's what's going on, if they know that the people are still here, then that's one thing.
Or you just mean the peers in general that are still
well,
fighting?
But now everybody's in the center, right? Mm-hmm. Now everybody's scattered across the place. Like basically, Iceblade says that he's like a bunch of people ran in to get DJ, and now we don't know where anybody is.
They're separating and isolating you one at a time so they can pick off the people they want. And okay, we need to. We can't waste time fighting if we don't have to, but we do have to, create openings here. And you're dodging and ducking.
Yeah. Like maybe it's like that scene in Harry Potter with the tree, swinging around, and like a piece of the car like swings right above and like scrapes off some of the plastic, and Biolastic like throws out his hands and like makes another part of the plastic, and maybe Iceblade like turns around the corner and like tries to hit a hockey puck into it, and it explodes a piece of it, but not it protects the anchor. And
they have their gear.
Good question. Yeah, I think Iceblade has his gear.
Okay, but Biolastic, I guess I don't know if Biolastic even has it.
Yeah, Biolastic doesn't have gear.
Okay,
he's plastic.
Yeah, I think I say how did you all get down here?
What do you mean? What do you mean? How did we get down? We walked. How did you get here?
Why are you here? Why did the teachers call you here?
Doomseer did. They said the teachers are gone, that they just disappeared. There's some creepy child chick in the middle here who has like, I think that she must be the cause of it.
I frown.
Keep an eye out for her. I don't know, maybe stay away. Try not to make her angry. Do you know what her power is? What can she do?
I think I am ignoring him at this point.
Yeah.
And my goal is going to be I want to try to take this thing out quickly so that we can move on and
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Go further into the facility.
I think as you're go ahead and roll like danger or something.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Let's see. I think I have a move for this. Real quick, can I? Oh, never mind. I don't want to do that. Oh, dang it. This is not good.
Oh, and then, Luff, we didn't quite get a concrete scene of you taking a condition. I'm going to say something slams down right in front of you. And basically the reason it's insecure is you're like, holy crap, I almost just died. I should probably pay attention.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening in this situation, right? Like I didn't get to assess it. Yeah.
That was also mostly just filler.
I don't want to do game face, unfortunately, because I have 2 conditions I can mark before I go down.
Keep in mind, comfort and support and defend are ways to get rid of conditions.
True. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm going to do more than a shield, though. When you directly engage a threat by heading directly into danger without regard for your own safety, roll with Savior instead of danger. On a miss, your focused attack leaves someone in grave danger. The GM will tell you what it takes to keep them safe. I think I'm focused on, I want to defeat this thing as quickly as possible, without worrying about myself. Because that's the best best stat I have to roll on here.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing what I said before, right? I'm trying to destroy that anchor first, and then teaming up with the other people to take the guy down once he's no longer as big of a threat. Okay. Here we go. No bonus or penalty?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. Hey, full hit.
That's nice.
So there you go. On I didn't get a miss, so I don't have to worry about that extra thing. And on a hit with directly engaged threat, pick 2. We trade blows. I'll go ahead and let's see. Ooh, I wonder what take something from them would mean. I definitely want to create an opportunity for my allies, because that was the whole point of this, is like, let's get further in so we can save more people. And we trade blows. What would take something from them mean here?
Take something from what? The robot?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything it has that you can take.
Okay. Then I'll just do this then. I'll do, on a hit, we trade blows. And then on a 10+, I get to pick 2. So I'll resist or avoid their blows and create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say the opportunity is you create a path for them to get in deeper into territory, right? Like,
all right, does this include me getting to go with them too? Or is this just like, because I guess we trade blows. Is the blow that I give it enough to take it down?
Yes, yeah. I think you slam through its anchor. Yeah. And it's still animated, but I think Ice Blade then just like spins around the corner and slams a explosive hockey puck into its face, and it just like falls down and explodes. And then you guys,
I'm like, go.
This. Yeah. You guys. So then there's like an open path, right? Mm-hmm. To get in farther into the area. I'm trying to think. Let me go to, I think I'm going to say you see, let's say you guys get in towards, maybe like there's an area that's supposed to resemble like a fountain in like a city. So it's kind of like a little bit of a higher up like spot. So you guys get to where you can have like a little bit of a perch to see some things. And I'm going to kind of outline some situations that are going down, and you guys can decide what you want to do about them.
Perfect.
That answered both of those, right? We answered both the opportunity for your allies. There's no other.
The other thing I chose was resist the blows.
Right.
So I didn't get hit at all. I just hit them instead.
Yeah. Oh, actually, tell me what how do you destroy the anchor? Like, what part of your power are you using?
Good question. I mean, I guess I have like strength, like super strength and whatnot, as well as.
Do you just like launch yourself forward with a little bit of like the purple energy that you've been storing up from as you've been running through here, and then you just like launch yourself towards it and just straight up armor punch it?
Yeah, I'm thinking, mainly just punching it and just like severing it somehow with brute strength.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things.
Like real quick, the description probably we get is like me just diving into its reach. Like this is like a Dark Souls boss, right? It's like swinging around and like, and like I'm just kind of like, I'm not really being careful about it. I'm not watching its patterns. I'm just like, and mostly it looks like by pure dumb luck, I just don't get hit by the thing as I like barrel forward and just roll and duck and dodge. And everyone else is like, what are you doing, Plato? And I just go all the way to the anchor and just, do that. And everybody else is like, okay, I guess we have a chance. And then they rush forward and do what you described.
Okay, so I'm going to say you see a couple of different situations. Mm-hmm. You see Plasma Bane. Let me pull her up. Actually, would you mind, Caleb, pulling up some of these tokens as I'm...
Sure, yeah. Do we have a map for the rescue facility or no?
We don't have it. I tried. And then as soon as I was like, this is not... I should not even try, because this facility is going to be huge. Yeah, and nothing is going to really match up what we want. So I said more imagination, and we'll just pop tokens down because we want to see what they look like. But
well, here I'll bring us to the blank screen here, just so we have like a kind of a blank canvas to have some tokens settled down.
Yeah, oh yes, that's what I was just about to. I thought I was the one that did that, but I think you beat me to it.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
so whoever you want me to throw on here,
I'm trying to find
there's us, and then you said Ice Blade is here, and Biolastic.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's Plasma Bane. Oh, that's funny. In Yin Yang. So I'm going to say Plasma Bane and Yin Yang, or maybe over here, and they're fighting. And Yin Yang is also being like attacked by what's it called? Actually, I'm going to say Polar Shield is there with her too. So the situation is right. So Plasma Bane has like a cut on her hand or something, and she's like going in and out of like a part of a building, and there's like some different mechanical robots and stuff that is providing cover for her, and so it's like a 2-on-1, but the one has a bunch of robots, like it's like 1 plus the environment versus 2. That's kind of how all these situations are. There's all these isolated situations, but the environment itself is fighting on the side of the villains, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Where are we in reference to this? I place this at the bottom here, but I don't know.
You can. I'm gonna say you guys are like just in the middle, right? So I'll like put these as like different corners of the situation here. The Polar Shield is like trying to protect Yin Yang, and Yin Yang is more focused on like the robots rather than Plasma Bane. And she is switching back and forth between the two people that she is. And one side of her is like pulling different attacks. For the white side of her is like pulling different attacks in to the black side of her is like pulling different attacks into Polar Shield's attack or like shield. And then the white side of her is like trying to like push away some different attacks. So she's like switching back and forth, and her power is controlling what's the word? Momentum.
What is her power again? Like, she obviously can shift into these different modes.
She shifts back. You've never seen her before. So, but that basically what you see is like whenever she's the black side, she's like pulling things in towards herself with like this black energy, and the white side of her is like pushing away.
Okay, so she's like some sort of magnetic whatever. Okay,
kind of not magnetic, but not specifically with metal, but yeah, so like it acts like a magnet basically. Yeah. Okay, so other situation. You see Commandment, and Misfortune Maestro. And in this situation, there's a lot less like robot fighting going on. And they're just talking to each other.
Okay. That's funny.
And I think maybe like over here.
Who's Commandment again?
We haven't seen him yet either.
Yeah, you haven't seen his power yet.
But he's a New York peer?
Yeah, he's a New York peer. I pulled Commandment out, and then there's.
Also, Connor, I remember I talked about that table thing I made. I made a table that gives us 2 peers, either from one of each or both, or from one. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, cool.
So, like, just let me know if you want random people.
Yeah.
I assume Connor's planned these all meticulously in advance.
I did. Yeah, I'm gonna say also then Rockfist. Well, I don't know why Rockfist is like so much bigger than everybody else in the world.
Yeah, some of them have a weird setting. I'll make him the same as everybody else. There you go.
Thank you. So then there's this situation over here. So Rockfist is basically fighting off with Statue. It's like two just Rockman attacking each other, and but like Rockfist has like a ranged advantage, and Alchemist is trying to get shots off with her like a slingshot.
Wait, Alchemist is a girl? I was definitely imagining a guy the entire last session. I don't know why. I guess I didn't look at her token at all.
Yeah, I did pull her up on the screen.
That's sexist, Caleb.
I guess so.
Yeah. How come you? Yeah,
only
come on.
Only guys. Only men are allowed in science. Come on.
Yeah. But Alchemist seems to be like taking a really long time with her aim. It's like she's too afraid to fire almost. And then also like robots are in both of these situations as well. But Misfortune Maestro and Commandment, it's more like Commandment is standing in the center of a like area where there's like some robots around, and he's just kind of like jumping back and forth, like avoiding them. And Misfortune Maestro is almost like hiding in between buildings and stuff. And they're just like talking to each other. Like Misfortune Maestro is like saying all these like flowery things, and Commandment is like making like these statements of truth, basically, and like asking him questions. And it's just a battle of will and words.
In reverse, every time I hear Misfortune Maestro's name, I cannot help but think of him as a woman, because I like the obvious play on words is misfortune.
Right.
And I know that there's an actual superhero somewhere out there that is named that.
Well, Misfortune is
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Okay, that's what it is.
She's a pirate.
There you go. Okay, I didn't know that. That's funny.
Also, I remembered why I thought Alchemist is a girl, because I was getting Alchemist and Laser Pointer mixed up, because technically those are two different people who caused that explosion last time.
Yeah.
But
they work together.
There's a lot of characters. It is what it is. Okay, so this is kind of the situation you see. There's lots of different fights going on, and this is kind of like you've made it past one tier of the battlefield, right? You're like made it into tier 1, and this is the situations that are going on.
How many sessions did you plan on this taking?
It's a great question. So you could try and push further into the facility and ignore these situations. You could send people off to go deal with these situations, and what's their names are with you too. Your whole team is there.
So here's the
and if
question.
we want to do team now too, we can.
Yeah, so I think Left Wing. I'm assuming Left Wing is more like, but my character is assuming that Left Wing is more familiar with King's gang and stuff. So I think I'll ask him. Oh yeah, Thunder's there. Yeah, and then the other girls. I think I say to you, Left Wing, what are the chances that those people they took are still in this building?
If they're here, it's only because they want them to be. As soon as we find them, they'll be gone. There's no point in trying to. We're not going to rescue anybody like this. This whole room is a tech bubble. This is the worst possible place we could be.
Yeah, I'm thinking as we're running, and I say, what is their play here? They're obviously kidnapping some people, but why are they keeping them fighting here? Is it just to distract them so they can get away with who they're kidnapping, or are they doing something else somewhere else?
Well, okay.
Left Wing should say, I don't know. I failed my superior role.
Last time they were after, what's his name? Why do I keep forgetting it?
Jumpstart and Whisper are the two people they.
Yeah. Well, but I don't know where Whisper is, right?
No.
I never learned that. I don't think so. Last time they were after Jumpstart, is he here?
So the facilities are like neighbors. So there's the HIT headquarters, and then there's the HIT training facility, or like the school facility. Right. And they're very close.
Yeah, so last time they were after Jumpstart, I mean, they have all the heroes from New York and DC here at the same time. It makes no sense. This is the worst possible time to do a jailbreak. I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense.
So they must be desperate, right?
Somebody mentioned there was a little girl in here.
Yeah.
If it's the girl from their base. I mean, she's not I guess I don't know that much about her, but they were very protective of her. They wouldn't send her on a mission. Okay.
As much as I hate to do this, I think we might need to cut straight to the center and find out what's happening. We're going to have to trust. If this makes any sense to you guys, I think the plan should be. I think that should be the plan. We have to trust our peers that they can handle themselves for now. But if we can find any answers, it's going to be at the center with that girl and maybe the other hostages. If maybe that's where they took them. Either that, or we waste a bunch of time fighting a bunch of robots and other villains. And I'm afraid that that's exactly what they want us to do.
Yeah. I'm also not that worried about most of these people killing anyone. I mean, there are a couple, but I don't see any of them right now.
That's true. King's not bloodthirsty. Not yet, anyway.
Hey. I think Iceblade is like, I understand that you probably have the best intentions and that your idea is probably the best. When he looks over at Polar Shield and he's like, that's my teammate. That's my team. You guys go on ahead. And Bioelastic. You have to remember which team Bioelastic is part of. I don't think.
Dude, Iceblade is just like the best now.
I'm glad you think so, Jared.
I gotta say, I am a sucker for the jock who seems like a jerk at first and becomes like a really great character archetype. Yeah. That's a fun trope.
Okay, so Bioelastic is sticking with you guys.
Has a hidden depth. Okay, Bioelastic is sticking with us.
Yep. So I
basically say go.
Way.
I say go.
Yep.
If you can, make sure to warn everyone else that we need to get out of here as soon as they can. We'll figure out what's happening in the center, but don't risk coming after us.
Yeah, he's like, of course, absolutely. Why in the world would I do anything else? You think I'm stupid?
I know you're not, Iceblade. All right.
Yeah, so he's like shooting a disc. Like he like probably like I'm gonna say he does like this cool like kneel under a robot thing and then just like hits his puck and it like hits really close to Plasma Bane and he enters the fight. Right. So we'll go ahead and I want you guys to make some sort of roll here to try and get past this like
without
next
like
area
aggroing the room.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna say maybe there's like a building like here. Like so there's like a big building here.
Oh wait, Bastion
that you guys have to like get past. And so there's like likely to be a whole bunch of crap in here.
Oh, also, I assume we should get +1 to any rolls about getting to the center, right? Because that was what my question was about.
That's true. Yes.
Okay. Real quick, yet, I think I would ask, like, as we're getting close to this roll, I would ask Biolastic. I'd be like, you with us?
Yeah. I think he nods. He says, "Danger isn't nothing to me."
Okay.
Yeah. I say, good man. All right. and yeah, so sorry. What do you describe this as being? This is just like
a building. So
a building,
an animated building, though, right? So there's a whole bunch of yeah. And maybe, I mean,
I guess we
before anybody says, "Well, we just go around it," I'll make it bigger.
Hey, Quantum, can you just pick us up in the air? This is gonna be a lot easier from the sky.
I don't know if we want to make ourselves a target like that.
I mean, we can be visible and faster. We can just muddle our way through all this BS.
I think
we could have Thunder clear us a path. If there's ever a time to let loose, it's on inanimate objects.
Yeah, and if someone's behind that building, they're going to turn into paste.
Who's in this building?
Yeah.
Is it somebody? Is it some of our guys? I mean, if they're hiding a captured DJ somewhere, what if it's right in here in this building? You really think I should risk it right now?
I remember the jet like keeping them inside. Yeah, so I'm like, fair enough. Okay, Quantum Quill, you're up.
Yeah, I think she's like, I don't sense enough little pieces. I don't know if I can get us all over. I think she just seems really unsure of herself.
Yeah.
Bioplastic, you can like make things, right?
Yeah. Can you make us some stuff some platforms? Some small platforms? Little like foot, like, it's plastic, right? It's not going to weigh that much.
Yeah. I think Mist goes over to Biolastic and is like, listen, Quantum Quill can only lift objects that are less than 10 pounds, okay? Less than 10 pounds. So you gotta make a bunch of little objects, and Biolastic is like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I hold up a hand. I'm like, honestly, all we really need are thin sheets of plastic so that we can stand on. They don't have to be very heavy. In fact, they shouldn't be heavy. Keep it under 10 pounds, and we should be able to just have little platforms we can fly over. We gotta get through here fast. Without drawing undue attention to ourselves.
Okay, let's do a couple of things real quick. Let's do team mechanics.
Yeah.
When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool.
Right, because the building is the dangerous foe, right?
This whole situation. Yeah.
Okay.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. You don't have influence over Biolastic and a lot of people in this situation. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team.
I assume it's just the team here. I actually don't have influence on you either, Left Wing, anymore, because I used it last time.
Gotcha.
I think I have influence on the other 3, though.
I'm going to say it's fine if everyone has the same purpose in the fight here.
Yeah, we're all trying to get to the center.
Yeah, we all have the same purpose.
If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team.
I don't think that's the case, right?
No.
None of us do, at least, yeah.
If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team, which is definitely true.
Okay.
So I think it ends up being still just 2 again, right? Or no. So you guys should have 4 team, right?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It's 2, and then
1. You add 2.
We only added 1 for being
over the team.
Well, no, we don't have that one because you don't.
Oh, right. So again, you just have
2
then.
or 3.
3 total team, which is what you should have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, go ahead and decide kind of what you're going to do next.
Yeah. So
the way
the way this works, right, is like you can spend team to get a +1 from a teammate from like one of these NPCs.
Yes.
To help us with something.
Yep.
I guess the goal is to like get past. We're just avoiding danger, right? Yep. So maybe I don't know. Maybe freak is what maybe, like the main role is here. Just
maybe somebody makes a freak roll here, and you're using quantum quill and /or bioelastic as +1s, or they're just making it possible with what they can do. Either way is fine.
Overcome an obstacle, I think, is what we're planning on doing here. I don't know who makes the most sense for us to roll here, me or left wing.
Probably Palladium. I don't think left wing power is really what would be.
Yeah, but like Palladium's not doing anything in this situation either, right?
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm.
Like that's what I'm wondering. Doing stuff. I think it makes more sense to me that we're directing something. So if someone's going to roll, it should be like a superior for planning or like a mundane for leading, whatever, that kind of thing, right? That's what because we're not using our powers at all, right?
True. Okay, that's a good point. So let's have one of you two roll mundane as to comfort and support, because that's kind of how I was setting this up with Quantum Quill, and Bioelastic is the same way. They're both like Bioelastic is like confused, right? And Quantum Quill is unsure.
Trying to get them in. Yep. Man, I'm terrible at this. I think I'm just gonna roll it. This is the time to get some potential, I suppose. I do need just one more.
Well. Stinky. See what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to change my savior though. I'm too afraid I'm gonna need it. So here we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
just barely a hit.
Partial hit. I'll take it.
Let's see. Comfort and support. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. So.
Oh man, I could have cleared a condition on myself.
Or shift
I feel like maybe I don't really know if you're comforting and supporting as much as we're like leading, right? I don't know. Maybe this is a custom move, like when you direct
it's either almost a custom move or just like an extra option on comfort or support.
Sure,
right? Basically, I'm gonna say it's like clearing a condition in a sense here, right? Like you are saying that they are unsure.
That's what it sounded like, right?
They were unsure. They're insecure, right? Yep. And so you're clearing that condition, so now they can do what they need to do.
It might be beneficial to make a move that is like when you spur your friends to use their powers.
I feel like it's happened enough times now that we've wanted to just make the NPC do something for us that we really should have something like that.
I agree.
Because I thought at one point that we had like made it where like you spend a team and that's what like you can just make them do something for you. But it
I can't remember exactly what we did there. I don't remember the circumstances behind it, but
I know that you could spend a team
at the same time, right? So
I know you could spend a team once you've gotten them to the point to where they could do their moment of truth.
You spend team to get bonuses on that roll. So I think if that was something we did in the past, this new mechanic should really take precedence over that, and that should probably be a thing. That makes it like not as.
I want us to use mundane more anyways.
I was to say that it gives us a reason to use mundane too if it's a leadership thing.
Yeah. So so I'm gonna say they do it right. Bioelastic makes some like sheets of plastics, like some thin sheets of plastic.
Yep.
And Quantum Quill just like lifts you guys up and over the building. And I think I don't think she just like carries you further, right? I think she like sets you guys down, and I think some buildings are like shooting stuff at you guys. So it's not like, oh, now you're just flying everywhere way above.
No, I don't want us to be a target.
You guys get through, right? Get back down, and you guys are now moving on to the next area.
So I would like to, and obviously you're gonna like show us what we see and all that stuff, but
I'm gonna cut away. I'm gonna cut back away to Bastion.
Okay. My plan when we come back to this is to make an assess roll myself. To last time David did it. Actually, I would have gotten a +1 on that roll. I think probably, or maybe they did just for David for rolling.
I don't know.
Connor, unless you have something specific planned, I've got a good climactic moment once like their climactic moment is happening. we can climax at the same time.
Okay, it's always best that way.
Yeah,
not.
What's what are you trying to now describe to me what you want, where you want the like situation to lead, or are you?
Well, it's going to lead there one way or the other.
Okay.
It just depends whether or not I have to spend a doom or multiple doom points.
Anyway, Connor, basically what I was just saying is the next thing I'm planning on doing is doing an assess the situation or whatever that move is to get a handle on the next phase and ask some questions about what's happening or whatever. But we can go over to Bastion.
Yeah, we can describe what's happening. and then make the roll at a climactic moment.
Yeah, so for sure. Okay, so you guys are now in this like half dark blue, half like white, like secret facility, right? And I think when we cut back to it, I think the way that we transition, right, is it like goes into one of the robots and follows the cord back to where you guys are. And once we like exit the cord, we just see this mech battle, right? Where it's Bastion covered in like this cool like mech suit basically. And King in a mech suit as well. And maybe King has like a rotor gun like at the end of one of his like arms, and he's like firing off, and we just see a bunch of destruction in this like
I think it would be cool if like our fusion kind of like lets me control the cyberspace like I would Carb.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, we're just like going through like the network and like the cables of the school, just fighting.
Okay. So
Nice.
I was gonna say that's where we transition during this scene. I had that in mind too, okay. But I think you're still in this one room as you're fighting. I think we should get that moment where you like fall into a data cable and are now like transferring around the facility as you're fighting. Yeah. Like I picture it like Harry Potter versus like a what's it called? Like in Harry Potter when it's like the white and black, like the Death Eater versus the that's what I've been picturing in my head. Yeah. But okay, so he's like, I'm gonna say King is like shooting off a rotary gun, right? And then maybe you like pull some of the pieces up in the digiscape to like block it.
Yeah, like I think I just like instinctively try to like activate my power, and then it works. Like,
I love that.
Yes.
I think King like frowns, like he's like, how did that happen? But what is kind of
when he says that, I say I'm really good at computers.
I wasn't even gonna have him actually say that out loud, and now I am.
Yeah,
just for that line.
One of my favorite running gags of this is that he does nothing about computers. I love it.
Okay, so what's kind of your goal? Like what's kind of your next move, right? So we get kind of some eye candy, right? But like, what does Bastion do next?
I mean, his ultimate goal, and like for like the climactic roll when it happens, and then potentially spending a doom point, is getting him out of the system like on my terms.
Yeah.
Like purging him.
Yeah. So what do you want to do to like further that goal? Are you just trying to weaken him right now? Are you just trying to attack him then?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm gonna roll freak to like change the like.
It's change your environment. Is that kind of what you're? Okay, yep.
And like expel, not like damage him, but like expel him from the system.
Yep.
And then after that, I'm going to spend a doom point to do something.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What are you going to do now?
Okay. Well, what I do is going to potentially interfere with what they're doing. So I don't want to interfere before you get like a.
Well, I mean, that depends on the roles, right? I mean, happening. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to try right away to just like expel him from the system, I might just say, well, he's not weak enough yet, and you're not strong enough to do that, right? So I mean, I can do all sorts of things.
Okay.
Just go for. You don't worry about messing up my plans. The narrative is king. So whatever you want, whatever Bastion is trying to do, just go ahead and try and have him try to do that thing. Yeah. Unless you're
one of the things I can try to do is basically if I well, yeah, it's one of the things is an auto success essentially. But
okay. In what universe? What do you mean?
He has abilities. He can spend
right.
Stuff.
Well, what ability are you?
I don't want to spoil it, Con.
Okay. Oh, I see. I know what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I know what you're trying to do. But okay, so whatever you think is most fun at that point. If you're like, I love the drama, let's drag things out, then you just tell me what you do. But if you're like, let me change the entire situation.
I don't want to bust into their scene potentially and like mess stuff up.
That's fine. If that's more interesting to you, then do that.
Yeah. No worry about it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how the freak roll goes first.
Okay. Well, so what are you doing? You're just engaging him in combat then?
I'm engaging him in combat and trying to purge him out of the system with our combined like bro powers.
Okay. So you're changing your environment then, or you're attacking him?
Well, I mean, I'm changing the environment through attacking.
So you can't do that, right? So
well, you can't. Like you can. I'm just not mechanically doing damage or mechanically engaging a threat. That's just the flavor through how I'm doing.
You're forcing him out. So you're changing your environment. Your goal is to purge him from the system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the way to do that is like I'm imagining like an antivirus.
Yes.
Like,
yes. Yeah. In that case, let me think a couple of things through.
Yeah.
Purging him from the system. And the move that you're doing is just freak. You're just changing your environment. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like that's the role. Okay. I'm trying to think through if this is just very difficult for you then. Did you already roll?
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think if this is very difficult for you or just not possible yet.
Okay.
Reshape your environment. Real plus freak. Because
it's cool if you wanted to take like multiple freak rolls and like every time it's just like we're
let's
like
I like that
phases kind of like they're doing.
I have a clock.
I have a clock for it because that seems more fun than me just saying, well, you can't do it yet.
Oh yeah,
or it's too hard yet. So I like that idea. Let's put some let's say 3 conditions, right? You're trying to force him out, you're fighting King, right?
Mm-hmm. So like this is we just cleared the first phase like in the room. I like blasted him out of the room and now we're like fighting through like the school's Ethernet.
Yeah, in Mortal Kombat when you do a throw next to the edge of the screen or maybe it was Injustice. Yeah, you do a throw and it just break through the side of the screen. Map.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it like that. I think King gets confused, right? And you're like, well, I'm really good with computers, and then maybe you like have the floor like upend and throw him like into the like digiwall. And it like he like breaks through the digiwall and into like a stream of data, like East Australian current, right? And he just swept along with the data.
Monsters. Sorry, that's
that too. And then you like chase after him, right? And I think as you're like in the data cable, right? Like being transferred along with King. I think Emperor is like, we're winning, I think. Bastion, this is incredible. You really are good with computers.
That's what I keep telling everyone.
But nobody believes me.
No one believes me.
So I think what happens next though is you like lose sight of King. And this is the one move, right? You lose sight of him and he doesn't seem to like he it's almost like he gets too far down the current. And then you don't see him anymore. And then all of a sudden you feel like this like rumbling on the sides of the data cable.
Not the rumbling.
Yeah, the rumbling. You feel like this like rumbling and like shaking of the digiscape, almost like you know like when you're playing a song and you'd have like the sound bars up. It's almost like the sides of the walls have this like sound bar effect where it's like fluctuating up
visualizer,
and down. Yeah, and then King like blasts through the side of it. And his mech is like bigger now, and he like slams into you with a fist. And I want you to, I think I'm going to have you roll defend for this.
Okay.
You're defending yourself and /or Emperor, and I'm just going to say that's because I'm going to say this is the soft move, whereas the hard move could be you mark to take a powerful blow, right? Which you could also take nothing from, but I'm just going to have you say you roll defend here in this situation.
Dude,
holy crap.
Oh dang. Yeah, I wish the game had some and maybe it does, but I haven't read some direction on when to inflict a condition, when to narrate so that someone can defend, and when to have someone take a powerful blow, right? Like I feel like there's like 3 ways to take damage
Yeah,
and
yep.
it doesn't really give.
It's kind of like tiers. I think truly this is the softest move is to roll to defend.
It is definitely.
And then the harder move is take a condition, and then the hardest move is roll to take a powerful blow.
But I almost think it's the other way around. I almost think taking a condition is the hardest one.
It depends on how many conditions you have already.
Yeah, but I mean, no matter what, technically, no matter what, if you take a powerful blow, you can get out of it without taking a condition.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think it depends
on how it depends on how you translate some of the bigger, like provoking someone to foolhardy action. Oh, that's not foolhardy enough. Or you lose terrible control of your powers. Oh, that's not as big of a consequence. Like depends on how you translate those things to see how severe.
Right. I mean, bad things have to happen, but you don't have to die. Whereas taking a condition automatically puts you closer to dead and can push you over. Right. So I don't know. I almost think it's the other. Yeah. I think it's kind of like. Take a powerful blow is kind of like a medium one, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's still it depends on a lot of different things. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not quite in tiers. I agree.
I mean, just in the general sense of the way that Powered by Apocalypse works, if you get to roll, that's sort of what makes it soft. So I think even by virtue of the fact that
you don't get to roll,
take a powerful blow is a roll. I think sort of just makes it softer.
Yeah,
as a rule. But,
okay, so. When you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior.
Clear
on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. Okay, so you get to add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. And adding a team to the pool makes perfect sense here because, you'd be protecting Emperor. So you could take influence over Emperor if you wanted to.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm already getting influence over him anyway after everything that's happened.
I mean, that could be he made you feel welcome, right? At the end of the session.
Well, that's him getting influence over you.
Team to the pool. Oh, that's true. Yeah,
getting influence over him.
Yeah. But adding a team to the pool makes perfect sense here because you're battling the person that's controlling the environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he loses focus for a second. That could be the quote team that you're adding to the pool. I really like that idea.
Your mech gets bigger. He punches you into the wall. You come out of the wall twice as big.
I imagine him coming down the tunnel, and then I'm just like, computer terms, firewall. I make a firewall out of carbon.
Yeah.
And then once the wall goes away, it folds around me, and then we get bigger, and then we have flaming armor.
Yeah,
I do like the idea that Bastion's entire repertoire of how he fights in this digital space is just computer puns.
Yeah. Dude, this is the Spider-Man pun action we've been looking for. Yeah. It's just Bastion making.
Bet you weren't expecting a firewall.
Yeah. Never thought it would happen this way, but here's how we get our fans.
Time for you to be deleted, King.
Oh, dude, I already have my one-liner for if I win.
Go ahead, Emperor. Take a bite out of him.
Oh my gosh.
Control delete.
No,
sorry. Use Alt F4. That's also a good one.
Yeah.
Well, you just said that one too. Oh man,
King is going to go better for you if you just Alt F4 yourself.
There you go.
All right, so that
trigger warning that now on the episode. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, so let's cut back over. So now, you've hit your first condition, right? You've hit your first tier. So let's cut back over to the rest of the gang, and we'll kind of slide back and forth like that. So I think, the firewall, you bring the firewall around yourself, and I think King, instead of gunning back to action, I think he almost turns tail and goes back into the wall. And is and then maybe you pull open the digi wall and follow him.
He opens up a search engine panel.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey Google. No, and then
King.
and then you follow along with him, and then we shift camera views back, and then come up through maybe a robot that's swinging towards your guys' team. And you guys all duck and are running towards the second.
So you described that there was
area.
A bunch of inanimate robot things that were in this next bit that were trying to coming towards us. Is that what you described or no?
No, I haven't described this next area yet.
Okay.
I see Shatter.
Yeah, you see Shatter. Yeah, I was hoping to. I got too into that scene. I was hoping to pull some characters down well, so you guys can get a good look of what this next area looks like. But so yeah, can someone pull down Hexalia over here?
Mm-hmm.
And then
over where?
Yeah,
I don't have
over
admin
here.
permission.
Over where specifically?
Over
Yeah,
here.
you gotta get good with the computers.
Focus ping you. Okay, there we go. Shoot.
Hexalia's King Gang. Yeah, okay. I see.
Yep. And then somebody pulled her down. And then
I did.
Oh, okay. Can someone pull down Hourglass and put him over here? Yeah. Okay, so here's this new situation. So here are the next groups of people that are over here fighting. What do you guys do? You got Emoticon and Doomseer. Doomseer seems like confused, like she's trying to get close into Hexalia and keeps like tripping and like getting hit by robots and stuff. And Emoticon is like getting like pummeled by a robot. And
what a loser.
Getting pummeled by a robot and is like maybe kind of like on one knee, like making some like ice and like trying to protect himself from a robot, but he seems like super weak. And every
I just
time
realized
why gets in close here.
I just realized why you're setting this in 2001 so that Emoticon isn't named Emoji instead.
Yeah, dude,
10 years in the future, that would have had to invent his power.
Yeah, that was my biggest name. That was the biggest reason for sure. You caught me.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
Doomseer, every time she seems to get in close to Hexalia, Hexalia seems stronger than she is. So they're very much so losing their fight. Haunting Harmony, I think, is Pocket Arsenal is continuously making a portal open, and then he like snaps back and the portal snaps closed.
He keeps rubber banding.
He keeps rubber banding, and I think Haunting Harmony and Willow are like in slow motion over here, and Hourglass has like I think Hourglass is even near them. I think Hourglass is like jumping back and forth between some robots and some pieces of building and stuff. And the robots are like closing in on these two. And these robots over here are bigger. You're thinking, crap. And then Shatter over here, Soul Impact. He's bleeding a lot. And I think Reflection is like behind Soul Impact. And Soul Impact is like protecting her from Shatter. And Soul Impact like keeps kicking the glass and it keeps shattering, but then just like reforming as Shatter, and it's fine. And I think Reflection is like, I'm sorry, I can't do much. And Soul Impact is like, just get out of here.
Can I make an assess the situation or whatever it is called?
Sure. Yep.
As we're just trying to get a handle on a few things as we're moving past here. Get some +1s if we can. So superior. There's a full hit.
Nice. Okay, so I think you asked
2 questions.
2 questions. And you take +1 and asking or answering whatever. And now this is not related to the grand scheme of things. This is only for this area. This is only for this tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
What here is the biggest threat?
Shatter.
Okay. So they're in danger. Yeah, I'll also ask what here is in the greatest danger, just to be sure. I think that's the main thing. I just want to make sure that like if we move past that, we're not going to be leaving people to die or anything, right?
Yeah, Shatter was the main one where I was like, if we run into her, we have to stop her because she'll kill whoever she's fighting.
Okay, and I'll try to confirm that with this. What here is in the greatest danger?
Yeah, I think Soul Impact is in the greatest danger.
Okay. So do you tell that to me, Left Wing? You
Yeah, I think we see Shatter, and I'm like, she's the only one I'm worried will kill for sure. Well, not the only one, but the only one we've seen. If we don't help them, she'll kill them.
I think Emoticon as well. I forgot to mention this. He's trying to keep anger in his chest to like protect himself with ice, but fear is like flickering up. Like it's like trying to get in there, and he's like pulling it away.
Yeah.
Can I yell to him?
Yes, you can. Why don't you roll to provoke him?
Yeah. Well, what are you saying first?
I yell, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah.
I thought you were tough.
Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, go ahead, roll.
Okay, let's see. What's my brain? Here we go. I found it. Yeah.
Full
Nice.
hit. Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
all that green.
So what is it? On a
Right.
on a hit, on a 10 plus, they rise to the
challenger.
bait and bait and do what you want. What do you want him to do?
I want him to be solidly angry.
Yeah,
so that he can fight back.
Right? He's like, oh, Left Wing, I hate you.
Yeah. I think their situation, like if we were like measuring it,
Right.
I think his situation now with him and Doomseer like goes back up to more the situations that were in that previous tier, right?
Yeah,
Where
kind
instead of them like
footing sort of thing.
definitively what?
They're kind of like holding their own, but not.
Yeah. Back to holding their own, whereas they were about to like lose the fight,
Yeah.
right?
What's the Pocket Arsenal and whatever her name was, the people
Hunting
in
Harmony.
Yeah, Hunting Harmony. Are those two okay then? Based on my assess roll,
Everybody in this situation is like losing their fight.
But they're like probably at this like between them and Soul Impact, like they're doing better than Soul Impact.
I think their opponent is way less likely to kill them, I think is the thing. I don't know that much about that guy, but he's at least way less murderous than she is, right?
So I think we get here and I'm like, guys, I think we're gonna have to split up.
Can I try and steal his power? I know I just did this, but like if I can steal his power, we can just go over here, right?
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense. Go ahead.
Just keep that.
Yeah. Say, hold on, I'm gonna try something, and then
I nod.
Here we go. Do I have any kind of penalty to this?
I'm gonna give you I almost want to give you a -2, but I'll just keep it at a -1. It's hard to pin him down. Like it's hard to get eyesight on him.
Okay. -1. We are flying, so yeah.
You are not flying. You guys are back on the ground.
Oh, we landed. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So partial hit, either mark a condition, or you can I can tell you how the effect is temporary or unstable.
Let's see. I mean, temporary unstable defeats the purpose.
Yep.
It's kind of already that anyways. To be honest,
you could also spend 2 team to bump this up to a 10 plus.
I don't know if that's worth it. And I don't really know how people would help me with this anyways. I'll mark a condition.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark guilty because we're kind of just cruising by so many people and like leaving them to do the thing.
Yeah.
So like this feels awful, but this is the best I could do.
And
so,
Hourglass's power is a bit bigger than some of the ones you've had to take before, but not outside of like the realm of possibility.
It's not like a transformation power, it's just strong.
Yeah. And especially right now, I guess maybe like you almost remember it being smaller before, but right now
they're
it's
all
like,
being amped
because it's active.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they broke out the amp guy.
I see what you mean. No, I think it's because it's active. Like what he's doing right now is a very powerful effect, and I think you like it's not that his like soul is bigger like some other people, but like now that it's no longer dormant, it seems to glow a bit stronger than you expected it to. If I can put it that way, maybe.
Sure. All right. So yeah, I strain a little bit and I swap with him.
And so then Pocket Arsenal immediately like opens up the portal and then just like, oh, hey, Hunting Harmony, and like runs over and Hunting Harmony is like no longer slowed, and Willow like punches a couple of robots and is like, ha, that's right, take them down, come on, where's more, and they're just like totally back on their feet, morale's back up, and I think Pocket Arsenal is like, all right, Hourglass, that's what you said your name was, right? And Hourglass like pauses and like looks at him like, are you kidding me, kid? And he like pulls out an explosive gadget from his portal, and he's like, taste this, and throws it like
looks
super
like
cringe.
your sand ran out or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of sand.
No, maybe we hear Left Wing, like he's listening to this and he whispers that under his breath. He's like,
I'm like,
that's why
you're all out of sand.
Yeah,
there you go.
And Pocket Arsenal's like, yeah, that's right, you ran out
that's
of
better than what I
sand.
said.
Yeah. And then I turn to play and I'm like, all right, I've got no swapping until as long as I hold this, and I don't know how long it's going to take them to beat him, so I don't know how much help I'll be.
You guys move in towards Soul Impact and Reflection.
Yeah, I say good work, Left Wing. I think the rest of us will have to figure this out. What do you know about Shatter's powers? I know last time I melted her, but I don't have any heat.
She's just a bunch of fragments of glass that she can control. Quantum Quill, maybe if we can burst her apart, maybe you can just grab all the shards of her and just hold her long enough that we can do something, get away, maybe even.
Is that how it works? Can you take the pieces of people?
I mean, Bastion could control the carbon and stone guy. I don't know. We'll find out. She's not made out of skin.
Yeah.
She was a storm of glass shards in that tunnel. She breaks down to tiny pieces. If we can disrupt her, then maybe we can just hold her.
Biolastic, can you play defense? Make sure those shards don't hit anyone?
He does not answer you.
No. He stands there doing like the NPC motion.
Yeah, sorry, Biolastic.
He T-poses.
You ask him if he can play defense?
Yeah, basically like put plastic between her shards and us if necessary, right? Like,
yeah, I think he says, yeah, I think I'm running out of plastic, but that could be maybe the last thing I do.
That's going to be my next character. As long as he's T-posing, he's indestructible. And he can float. He just floats at people menacingly, and he's indestructible as long as he's T-posing.
And his name is NPC. Yeah. I don't know if we want Thunder to go all out on this chick, mainly because... I mean,
if she's okay with killing her, which she should be, she should do it.
Yeah, I don't think she is, though, is the issue. So... Yeah. I think I just say, I don't have any particular plan in terms of like how to, because our goal here isn't to kill her or whatever. It's to get them out, right? And like, or maybe neutralize her as a threat or generally keep her out of the situation. Yeah, I guess what we don't want to do is like get them out and then she moves on to like emoticon or whatever.
Yeah, whatever we need to do, it needs to.
We do need to
get out of the
take
fight.
her out.
I really do think we need to rely on Thunder here, even if she doesn't kill her.
Okay.
She's pretty hard to kill. I mean, when she died the first time, she was incinerated by the strongest fire guy on the planet. She lived. So I feel like she'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I'm trying to figure out like weaknesses and stuff. Oh, can you do is the one of the mundane moves like pierce the mask. Can I do pierce the mask on her? As we're getting closer.
That's for like
on Shatter.
Sure.
That just tells you what they want, right?
Well, it's when you pierce someone's mask to see the person beneath. What are you really planning? What do you intend to do? How can I get your character?
She just really wants to be loved.
I think she wants to kill people.
Yes, but I mainly I think I can ask the questions in such a way that I can maybe figure out a possible strategy here.
She's like the one girl from My Hero.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that you'd have to assess the situation to know what her weaknesses are, right? Like the.
Well, I don't know if. Yeah, I mean, maybe
assess the situation and realize she's the biggest threat and that Soul Impact is in the greatest danger. So you take +1 on acting on those answers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I do. I guess I could have asked how could we best end this quickly, but I'm going to do Pierce the Mask instead. I want to figure out what makes Shatter tick here. And maybe I'll just fail because I'm terrible at this. Yeah, there you go. I knew it was going to happen eventually.
Nice.
All right, I got an advancement.
Why are you trying to figure out What makes her tick?
I'm just trying to figure out like what is the best way to get her neutralized one way or another here, and I want to just figure out like more about her as a character. Yeah, what her intentions are, what we need to be watching out for.
So play that out in character. Do you like call out for her, like Shatter, like why are you here, or like?
No, I think I'm asking like Leftwing some questions. Like as we're closing in, I'm asking Leftwing questions and like analyzing why, like what she's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I have I think maybe because she was sort of like interested in me specifically when I was in the thing, right? She had like a weird revenge. No, never mind. I can't say that.
She called you Lefty.
Yeah. So I think I say that to Palladium. I was like, she's weirdly obsessed. I don't know if it's just with me or if it's all of us who were there. Wait, do I know that was the lady who got burned? Did I ever find that out?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if she's obsessed with everyone who was there or just me, but I might be able to distract her.
You hear through an exposed cable on the wall, ask her out.
I gotta have my wingman. But yeah, so I think
and then when she says yes, we can catch her because you're a minor. It all makes sense.
That's the worst crime she's done.
Now, Shatter, you have to go to jail.
This week on How to Catch a Predator.
Joke's on you. They don't care when women do it to boys.
That's right. Yeah.
They only care if Shatter was a man.
Right. So yeah, anyways, I think that could be like a personality angle that we could use to exploit, right?
If I hadn't failed the role, but yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But yeah, that's probably the impetus for it. Like that's basically all I know. And I was trying to get a read on her and like her movements and stuff, her battle, her tactics during the fight here to get a better read on it. And then I guess it just doesn't work for some reason.
Well, okay, so which question are you asking, and how are you asking that question? That's kind of what more.
Well, I can't ask any question because I failed.
Oh, right. Okay, so
here's an idea though, Connor. I think probably what it is I'm taking too long and trying to study her and ask left-wing questions, and we don't get into the fight as quickly as we should have.
Yeah, well, I think it's more like I'm trying to decide then. Okay, here. Okay, yeah. I got it.
Too cautious about it.
Okay, so here's the situation. So you guys. So I think Soul Impact and Reflection don't realize that you're coming. I think you guys are hesitating to get into the fight because you're trying to figure out how and why, right?
Yep.
And Soul Impact is like I think like she comes in with like I don't know, like a stream of glass, right? And I think Soul Impact like kicks away some of the glass to like swoop it away from Reflection, then grabs a shard of it and like pulls it away and gives it to Reflection. And Soul Impact is like, escape, and Reflection goes inside the piece of glass.
Oh no.
And we like cut inside of where this like weird reflection scape usually is. Actually, I don't think we do. Actually, I don't think we see what happens. But this is bad.
Yeah.
I think Shatter is like, hi, Reflection. Welcome. And Soul Impact is like,
I start swearing under my breath any curses I've ever heard from anyone, and I'm like, this is bad. We can't attack her now. What's going to happen?
Well, she can come out of any reflection she can find, right? Last time when this she went into a piece of glass, it broke, and she came out in like the bathroom mirror or something, right?
It took her a while.
I guess the question, the reality is you don't know, right?
I don't know how this works.
But we do though, right? I thought.
We've
had this. None of the glass she went into was sentient.
Right, well, that's what I'm worried about.
Sure, but my point was that if she went into a piece of glass, she could come out of a different piece. So it doesn't really matter.
Usually they have to be like near each other, right?
Well, yeah, but that was what happened in the fight thing. She came out in another room because she had to find another piece of glass.
No, I know, but she was like wandering around in like a reflection scape for a while, and like.
So I have an answer to this. This is bad for her.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you guys know that, right? Left
the
could
only
totally
thing-
be like, I have no reason to think that this is bad.
The only thing I know about it is that if her thing breaks, she can find another one, and it might be hard, but she can do it, right? That's the only exposure we've had to her power, right?
I don't like
what do you
this.
Guys do?
I don't like this. Yeah, yeah. Gracie, wake up. Reflection, come out. I don't like this. Yeah, I think I really don't want Thunder to go all out is the main thing now. I think we need to be not the pull our punches exactly, but at least Thunder should pull her punches.
So you guys could try to decide like what your next action is, right? To see what happens next.
I think we should just fight her.
Is like, well, I think Soul Impact is like, what do you mean? How do you know she's inside of you?
Right, that's what I'm worried about.
What are you doing to her? And Shatter says, I see you, Reflection. And I think Shatter like Shatter stops moving, right? Mm-hmm. It's as if she's talking to
inwardly?
something inside of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she says like, oh, I wouldn't go that way if I were you.
Okay,
you're stuck with me for now.
I turn to everyone and I say,
I think Shatter starts to run. I think Shatter like pulls away, and I think Soul Impact starts to like chase after her.
I say we need to lock her down now. Yeah, just immobilize her any way you can.
Can I try and trick her?
Sure. Yeah. It depends on what you're gonna say, though.
So I yell at and I say, "Hey, I just got here. You're leaving already?" And I'm hoping that she'll recognize my voice enough to like stop and let me come and interact with her.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the trick move, but I'm gonna say at a -2.
Ugh, all right.
She's very interested in what's going on with Reflection.
Well, it'd just be really stupid for her to come back, right? Like really stupid. But there is a piece of her that makes sense that she would care more about killing you than
there are a lot of pieces of her from what we've seen so far.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to her. Yeah, she's a very complex person. Oof.
XP, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do I get advancement right away when I get mark potential?
Yep.
All the way.
Yep, you do. Okay, as far as I know.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
And as far as I guess the way that we decided it before.
I was going to say he did it.
The way that we decided it before was, I remember saying this is like, if it makes sense for you to come up with a new power all of a sudden, that's fine. Otherwise, there's breaks in between. So like if I think you can have an anime moment if you want to, you know, for a level up in the middle of a session. That sounds fun to me. So.
I learned to talk no jutsu this session.
So yeah, if you're looking for what to do, that's fine. I'm gonna say this fail here.
As soon as you mark the 5th, you clear the track and take an advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. I think you expose yourself. And like maybe like you're calling out for her, right? And she doesn't hear you right away. You don't think she hears you right away. So you like step up away from some of the other people, like, hey, I'm right here.
Right.
And she swoops in and does like a drive-by slice up on you.
Yeah. I would say I have one of the things to clear condition is to like take foolhardy action at targeting team. So I was basically just sprinting at her, right? Like I was pulling away from the pack anyways.
Sure, yeah.
So that makes sense.
I think I want to have you roll to take a powerful blow. Cool. Considering you don't have your swapping there right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think this makes sense, but I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather do that than get a condition anyways. Where is that? Conditions take power. There it is.
Nice.
No, that's not good. That's very bad. All right. Take my blow.
Oh yeah.
You have 3 conditions?
Mhm.
Dang, bro.
He gave me one earlier, and then when I filled my assess thing, and then one I had from the tournament, I think, and the other I got from my power bank temporary.
You literally just had eggs. You want fries now too?
Here we go. Things are gonna get bad. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
now
choose?
they're gonna get bad. They already were bad.
You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Right. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Just as a note, I chose Never Give Up, Never Surrender from the Legacy playbook, which allows me to use Savior instead of rolling conditions when I take a powerful blow.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that
That's
bad?
Nice. Well, it depends on what your saver is.
Yeah,
well, it does different things though. Like it's a different move.
Oh,
right?
it's a
you
different
roll this
move
instead, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. You're not just rolling Savior.
Yeah,
okay.
When you take a powerful blow on someone with far greater power than you, use this move instead of the basic move. Roll plus Savior. Right. On a hit, you stand strong and choose 1. On a 7 to 9, you arc a condition.
Nice.
Right.
And it's like you get good things.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd like to. I mean, it says lose control of yourself or your powers. Can I lose control of myself in some way?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that looks like, though. Do you have an idea? Maybe you lose control of your attitude. You know what I mean? Like, instead of you being like, let's help people, you're like in panic mode.
Yeah, and I think like, I'm just laser focused on her, right? Because in my mind, at least as a player, and I think it also was left wing, this is the only piece on the board that means people will die here, right?
So maybe you're to become transfixed on killing Shatter.
Yeah, I think he's just hyper focused on it, right? Because he's concerned that this is the real danger here. No one else is really in danger except for these people and us now.
Okay. Yep.
And so, and my other thought was maybe she like instead of just cutting me, maybe she like grabs me, right? Like in the same way that Quantum Quill like picks people up with the things. She just like digs a piece of glass in me and then just carries me.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. Like a bunch of glass like in different parts of your body, and it's like you're flying like with like when Five Finger Fillet would carry you, but this time it hurts way worse. I think so. So now she's got 2 people, right?
Yeah.
So she like swoops you away and carries her with you.
Yikes.
What do you do next? Actually, let's with that, since you have to think about that, Caleb, let's cut away back to Bastian. All right, Bastian. You're searching for him in the data place, right? I think you start moving towards where like the hit headquarters facility is. I think Emperor tells you that. He says, I think we're leaving the school facility. I think King is headed to the hero headquarters. Maybe there's something of interest to him there. Seems like there might be somebody else there with him. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Maybe Jared's not there.
You might not have known we switched him.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I lost connection and then rejoined and it muted me.
Oh, okay.
Is that something I can stop, or is this like a plot?
So this would be reshaping your environment, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Your supercomputer is enabling you to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think actually there's a mechanic for this. You're trying to like stop him from doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
When you have a place where you can rest, recover, and reflect upon your powers, right? 3 features of your sanctuary, right? 2 downsides of your sanctuary. When you call upon the resources of your sanctuary to solve a problem, say what you want to do. The GM will give you 1 to 4 requirements from the following, which you must fulfill to complete your solution. First, you'll need help from, you and your team will risk danger from, the best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited. You'll need to mark 1 box on your doom track, or you'll have to obtain. Which I guess I'm not. That's not a solution I'm offering you. Yeah. But if you're going to try and stop him, that's what I would do. I choose 1 to 4 requirements from this list.
Okay. Well, then that wouldn't be a roll. That would just be a doom track.
Well, fulfilling the requirements would be a roll, probably.
Or first, you must roll free,
Like,
I guess.
So first you must acquire these things, or you must do these things.
Right.
So
and
if
those
you're
will
saying,
probably
I want to
goals.
stop him from leaving the school facility and going to the hero headquarters, then I would say, here's what you must do in order to stop him. And then those to accomplish those things, you either need to roll to do something, or the narrative just makes sense that you already have that, or whatever.
Okay.
Could you just attack him? I mean, you're trying to boot him out of the system anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just asking, like, could I roll?
I think if you're trying to stop him from leaving the school facility, I'm gonna do this sanctuary move. If you're trying to still attack him, I think you have to catch up to him first, right? So that's this. I'm just the narrative. You inflicted a quote unquote condition on him, right?
Yeah.
Or no, you didn't inflict a condition on him. You protected yourself from him. After you inflict a condition on him or whatever, to push him out of the datascape. So now he's trying to do something else, and now you're trying to catch up to him. And so if you want to prevent him from leaving, I would say your sanctuary can do that if these things, or we shift places and now you're fighting him over here. That's kind of just make things simple.
I just want to make sure that I can bring him back to the school at some point. through if that's a possibility from leaving.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, so you said I have to catch up to him first.
Yeah.
So, like, catching up to him is like stage 2, essentially.
No, it's just I'm not really. We can if you're just like, okay, I need to catch him to stop what he's doing. Then we just cut to that, right? Like you speed up and you get there, right? And now you can try and stop what he's doing over there. I was just trying to show you what he's trying to do now.
Gotcha. All right, well, yeah, I follow him and try to catch him.
Okay, all right. All that to say, you catch him at the hero headquarters facility, and I think Emperor can kind of like see outside the datascape, right? And so he kind of shows you like what's happening, or like what King is looking at on like a screen, like in the digiscape. He's like, King seems to be accessing this camera right now. It seems like he's watching Whisper. It seems that Whisper has been under the hero headquarters facility this whole time.
Which one is Whisper?
Whisper is Echo's brother, who destroyed part of the city.
He's the loud guy. It's ironic.
It is, it's ironic.
Yeah, he sort of went ballistic and destroyed a whole bunch of stuff and then disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think you like catch up to where King is, but he's like telling you that's what he's doing, right? So I think King, like you get to a room with King, like a digital room, and
I get there. I'm like, why are you such a one-trick pony? He's just trying to get Whisper again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, like why? Like, I think King turns and like raises his eyebrow at you. And maybe he like turns and starts like firing off with his mech, right? And you like block some pieces, and then like he doesn't understand what you're saying though.
He doesn't?
No. Unless you specifically said you're just trying to get Whisper again. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said, why are you such a one-trick pony? You're just trying to get Whisper again?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean, I'll roll provoke too. Why not?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you could be like to figure out what he's planning. See if you can get him to fess up to what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that answer.
That's a 9. That's
okay, on a 7 and 9, ask 1 and take +1 while acting on the answers.
Is there a negative for getting a 9?
Nope.
You
only get to ask one question. Yeah. So you have to be, better with how you.
I need to keep. I keep accidentally closing that sheet instead of.
Minimizing it.
Yeah.
So what here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly? What here is in the greatest danger might be a good one.
Wait, what? Well, I know it's Whisper.
Yeah. But then you get +1 on acting on the answers.
Wait, where are those questions?
Assess the situation in the basic.
Oh, I was looking at provoke some. Okay. What here can I use to use the biggest? What here is the biggest threat? No.
Oh, right. Yeah. I said provoke someone would be. Yeah. Sorry. I forgot. That's what you originally said you wanted to do. He rise to the bait and do what you want would be to tell you what he's trying to do. I think assess the situation makes more sense though. We could just put it through the lens of provoke someone. You're like, That's how you're getting the information out of him. Is that
Uses
fine with
the
you?
same stat, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I suppose on a 7 to 9, they can instead choose 1. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity, or they overreact, you gain influence over them. Those answers are probably better for this situation.
That's true.
So maybe
it'd be cool to have influence. What can I do if I have influence over King?
If you have influence over someone, you automatically get a +1 against anything you do against them.
Yep, that's true.
I'm doing that.
Yeah. So what so you say you're just a one-trick pony, you're just trying to get Whisper. I think he says, like, you don't understand. He murdered thousands of people. What don't you get about that?
I mean, from the way I understand it, was more manslaughter because it was an accident.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way that he overreacts in a way that he then respects what you say, right? Because that's kind of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They overreact.
Could be he just opens up some of like a personal angle on that, right? We understand why it personally matters to him so much, and then that gives you sort of a lever over him that most people don't have, right?
Yeah, let's give a little exposition. I think he says, these adults, all they do is making decisions for all you young people, and it's shaping your world in ways that you don't even understand. You need them out of the way.
I just laugh. I'm like, you have no idea what control or oppression is. You are such a coddled baby.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think he kind of like hesitates, but then also said something like,
it's only because you live in a government that lets you spew this nonsense that you can have this opinion.
Yeah, I like that. I think he like is taken aback a little bit, but then also says something like, you're not worth the breath. I shouldn't have even said a thing. As if he regrets saying something to you now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like pearls before swine is how he views you.
Yeah.
And the reason you're getting influence over him is more that he has said something to you that you now know.
Yeah.
You now know what he thinks about this or what he's trying to do, and so he's like, so
is he trying to just kill Whisper for killing people on accident? Is that the gist of what I get, or
no? I think he's I think what you see is well, I don't know. I guess you don't really know. You don't really know exactly what he's trying to do, but you provoked him, and now you have influence over him. Technically, he doesn't rise to the bait to do what you want. He doesn't tell you his plan.
Yeah. During this time, do I have time to burn? Well, he's monologuing.
Sure. No. I don't think so. How
long does he monologue for?
In your narrative, well, just that, like 15 seconds, right? What would you say would that even look like in this realm? Are you gathering data?
I think, yeah. I literally think it's Emperor just gathering data while I'm distracting him.
I think I like it less. I think I want your burn move to be more related to directly carbon. I think.
Well, I mean, I don't think it doesn't really work in here, though. We established that.
Yeah.
That he, like, when I'm in this space, like, Emperor's like converting data to basically carbon. I think there's a download bar like right behind me.
It's converting.
So I think that's funny, but I don't really like it as a bend of the mechanic.
Yeah.
I
mean, we're already bending mechanics a bunch here.
I know, that's why I'm pushing against it.
Yeah.
He's I don't know that there's much in the way. There's actually no, as far as I'm aware, mechanical limitation on burn. The only reason he can't burn is because we've said he can't, right? There isn't actually any kind of like requirement that you be in a safe or place, or it takes time or anything, as far as I'm aware.
Well, it's you do take time to, like, you where is it?
Maybe I'm wrong. Let me look.
When you charge up your powers, roll conditions. So that implies that you're
say that it has to take
taking an action to do that, right?
Sure, but it doesn't imply that. I mean, it takes more than 15 seconds or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, it's more that.
I mean, the main thing with burn is it's supposed to be risky, but
yeah, I know.
I mean, if he's able,
I think the rule of the room. I'll just give it to you. I'm hesitant about it, but yeah, you guys both think it makes sense. So
I think if he's able to control this space in some way, then it makes sense that he's just amping it up, right? He's not really doing anything different.
Yeah, that's the rule we'll go with. That's fine.
Okay. I mean, sorry, not to be. I just
no, that's fine.
think that.
So that's just rolling conditions.
Yes, you're rolling plus conditions.
Okay.
Which is 1 currently.
Yeah. Is it? Well, this. Yeah, I guess this isn't against King. Really, it's just burn.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're rolling plus your conditions anyways, aren't you?
Yeah. Oof.
That's really
I'm gonna use team to bump that up to a 7.
Who is on your team that you could?
Emperor. He's helping me. Like,
I don't think he's on your. Well, he's not on your team. He's your sanctuary, right? If you were to call upon his resources to solve a problem,
didn't he get a team for protecting Emperor earlier?
Yeah.
I guess we were kind of treating him like a character. I kind of
because what he would be doing there in terms of team would be protecting you guys by dealing with King in a way that is going would then possibly affect the battle, right?
I'm not really calling upon his resources. I'm spending a team to call upon the team mechanic.
I don't think
I'm still spending
Emperor, since Emperor is part of you. I don't think he works as part of your team to spend team on.
Well, I guess it's just up to whether or not you consider him a character, right? Because I mean, the difference, the normal situation for that is that it's a room. It has no sentient ability. We've obviously tweaked it a little now. His room has a brain. So if you want his room to be a character in some way, then I think it makes sense. Otherwise, I think he'd have to be kind of like a, again, just like a building or a room, right? That doesn't have.
He's not a computer, Connor.
Agency.
We're partners.
I think I'll give it to you, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give it to you. I think you
don't think this is
still
going to
bad
come
for
up
you
again.
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
On a 7 to 9, you mark a condition. On a hit, hold 3 burn. So you still get 3 burn, but you're still marking a condition. So let's just put it this way. You're charging up your powers. And I think maybe Emperor has to be like, you know that this is data, not carbon, right? You're supposed to handle data a little bit different.
I like that he's just accidentally deleting a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Archives. Like the firewall literally just burned up a bunch of data.
Dude, that totally needs to come back later. There's just like one like super important folder just gone from the government database.
Next time we fail something.
They actually pull out like the physical hard drive to check, and it's just like dust, right? It's like carbon dust. They're like, "What happened here?"
It's funny.
Okay.
For the record, I'm currently at 4 burn because I had 1 left over. I'm being a good boy and keeping track of that
your
now.
Burn does expire at the end of a scene, by the way.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
It should say that in the movie.
It does.
What?
It does. Spend your burn on your flares. You lose all burn at the end of the scene.
Where does it say that?
At the bottom of the thing you were just reading. When you charge up your powers, roll plus conditions you currently have marked on a hit, hold 3 burn on a 7 to 9 mark a condition. On a miss, hold 2 burn and mark 3 conditions. Spend your burn on flares. You lose all at the end of the scene.
I guess I
you must have not copied that part over. That's funny. Okay. Okay. So either way, what condition are you marking?
Oh yeah.
You do guilty for burning up a bunch of data. Or you could also say like insecure, like Emperor's like, I don't think you know what you're doing. You're like burning important information, and you're like, ah, crap. I see both of those making sense.
I think I'll do guilty because I think he just brings up like, hey, you're deleting. Bastion, you're deleting government files.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah,
like that was a
You deleted one of the employees' family photos.
Yeah, there you go.
It's actually the last photo he had of his dead daughter. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ruined someone's day.
Jeez.
Okay.
Keep your only copy of your photo of your lost daughter on your work computer.
Yeah, I don't know.
What if he can't? What if he can't afford a normal computer? What if he's an alcoholic now because his daughter died? He sold his computer.
He works for the government. He can afford a computer. Anyways. Sorry, what's happening? We derailed super hard, and I don't know where we're at.
Ezra came in and he wanted to hug.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I burn, and he's monologuing.
Nice.
Right? Mm.
I know exactly what I'm going to do now, by the way.
Okay.
And it's probably going to get me killed.
So you missed or half succeeded on the burn. What happens next? Sorry, I missed what was just talked about.
Oh, well, you haven't decided. I'm burning while he's monologuing.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna have him do something then, right?
Okay.
I think the data that you're like burning up, I think he like adds it to his repertoire, right? He like takes advantage of the opportunity to kind of do a similar thing that you're doing, and he like is gaining data. I don't know what I mean. We're just kind of abstracting that. But so like his mech gets bigger, right? And I think he like shoots like a data missile at you, and so the things are just like escalating, right? Things are ramping up. So I'm going to say that's what happens. He shoots a data missile at you. So how do you respond?
I mean,
He's
defend.
doxing you.
Yeah. That's really all I can do is defend, right?
Well, it depends. I mean, tell me what you do, right? I mean, it's fine if if it ends up being defend, but like, what does Basti do?
We're gonna Alt F4 it.
This thread. What?
Alt F4.
What does that mean?
We're gonna delete it through defend.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
you're
you're going to delete the missile.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Basically render it inert.
There's all of the retirement packages for the entire company.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you hear? They have every retirement document in a limestone mine with like an elevator, with like a pulley elevator from like the 70s. You didn't hear that?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, Elon Musk found that only so many people can like retire at once because like all their retirement paperwork has to be like done manually, taken down like an old rickety elevator into a limestone mine shaft.
What?
And they're limited. I don't. Yeah, this sounds
doesn't
outrageous.
Make any sense? Yeah.
Like, we're limited to like 10,000 a month or whatever.
Gotcha.
Because of how slow the elevator moves.
So I'm fine then. Go ahead and roll defend then to say you're rendering the missile inert. Maybe should you say that? Just like Emperor, delete that missile.
Alt F4.
Technically, Alt F4 closes whatever program you're running.
I think Emperor says. I think what you mean is, and then just like whatever, and just does it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Let's go.
Full hit. Okay, so
I get I'm adding my ongoing +1 against King. I get that.
Oh,
right?
I see. Okay, so that's already factored in there. Okay. Yeah, so you can either add another team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I'm gonna clear guilty.
Okay. Yep.
I'm like, it's not me deleting it. It's King.
Yeah,
King's the one. Like I deleted some family photos. He deleted like half the data.
Yeah, I like that. I love that answer. I think the kind of cliffhanger we'll get, Bastian, is so you delete that. I think Emperor then kind of turns and I don't know how he would turn and look, but he's like your armor. I think he says he like shows you another like video and he says, "It seems muzzle is now in the room with Whisper. And you see on the video, like Muzzle is inside that room with a gun, and he like lifts it up and points it at Whisper. And Whisper is very much so like keeping his mouth closed, like trying not to make noise. But it doesn't matter because Muzzle is in there, and he's now exactly where he wants to be. Wait, what?
Muzzle's King's guy, right?
Yeah,
he's the guy that can silence things. His power just silences sound. So now he's in there with Whisper with a gun. And we will... Well, I think we're going to cliffhanger on that. We got a different cliffhanger of Leftwing being pulled away by Shatter. And we'll cliffhanger on Muzzle is now in the room with Whisper.
Okay. I do know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. Good.
Next.
So let's cut here. I'll change to my phone in like maybe like 5 minutes for an after show. And we'll pick it up like that. If that's okay with everybody. Unless something
that's fine with me. Sounds good.
Cool. Okay. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
Yeah.